Welcome, everybody.
What's up?
We are not at the Pine Knot Lodge anymore, but we are Journey Unknown Podcast, brought to you by Rack Attack Outdoors. With us, we've got the usual Swillmeister.
From the African Plains?
Swilly Vanilli. I mean, he's got a different name every time.
Different nickname every time.
Yeah.
And the guy, the myth, the legend you've heard us talk about probably every single podcast. We've got Sally Sue Rogers. Oh, it's not Sally. It's Susie Sue Rogers.
Susie Sue.
Yeah,
Susie Q.
Susie Q, baby, I love you. Who we got?
We got the one and only Loggy Bayou.
Loggy Bayou.
That's
Logan.
been a long nickname right there.
That one's been running for a long time since I got that stand.
Yeah.
So you from Louisiana?
No.
No, it was his climbing stand.
The climbing
Yeah,
stand?
he got it when he was like 17 years old.
Oh,
in
it's
high
actually
school.
a name of a stand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've
It was
heard of the Bayou stand. Is that like a really long lounging stand?
No, it's really similar to a Summit because you can use Summit parts. Like I have a Summit seat and cables on my climbing stand, but they're not even in business anymore. Like
I'll be damned.
I got it in high school.
That's something.
And
I have
it was
heard
my
of it.
first
I have
climbing.
heard
I
of it.
still have it though.
Yep. It's killed a lot of deer, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've used that thing many seasons. I probably need to get a
30 foot
new
or
one.
nothing.
Well, I've still got my original Summit Viper from when I was probably 18, I think.
Yeah.
Dude,
I've replaced a bunch
you
of
talk
parts
about
on it.
anybody that's like a quote unquote like the older mobile hunter. It's a Summit Viper. You driving the steel one or the aluminum one? Like aluminum, baby. Like damn, highfalutin.
To me, I like my new, I got an XOP for like my where getting in the trees, might have a bunch of limbs or you're trying to get brushed in. But when you're talking like sitting long sits in the rut, there ain't no comfort like a Summit Viper. With
They are.
Dustin's modified his Summit though. He's got a custom deal with the. He's got like a padded floor on it, and he's got the. He got the surround seat though, and then he put like. You got to see this thing. It looks like a Frankenstein stand.
Yeah, I got all that.
You send XOP your own patent.
Yeah, I got all those modifications. Kudos to my buddy Brett Crawley. He's the one that showed me that. So, I mean, I didn't take advantage of that.
It makes a huge difference, though. I've hunted in his stand before, and like night and day difference between mine because I'm just got a regular climber.
Yeah.
And like I can sit in it for a while, but his is super comfy.
Yeah.
And it's heavier because he filled it full of spray foam too.
Oh, okay.
And it deadened the sound on it.
Yeah.
It made it quiet.
I don't know if it really works or not.
Oh, there's a lot of guys that
It
do
doesn't
that.
clang and echo like my stand does.
Yeah.
If you're banging cables on accident, and you get that
A lot
on the
shorter
woods.
thunk. It's more like tunk instead of a ting.
It's a deadened, just a thunk because it's got that foam inside that aluminum.
Yeah. No, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
DIY, baby.
Definitely been with me through a lot.
Yeah. Just like your sister.
It's old trusty.
Yep. I don't even have a sister.
No. Actually, I thought you did.
It's like Scott's ketchup eating.
Oh, I got ketchup eating. We talked about that on the podcast the other night too, didn't we?
Yeah, you brought that
with Tony.
I think we did.
Dustin had to bring it up.
We
just
were
to mess
here
with
at one
you.
point whenever because I remember what happened. You grabbed ketchup and you pretended like squirting it in your mouth.
Yeah.
And I basically threw up inside my mouth watching it. I'm
I
like,
could tell by the look on your face that like
It
something
really
deep-
bothered you.
A deep secret is there.
there's
and
three things you're going to know about me. Look at my face. If I say big buck and I mean it, you're going to see it in the whites of my eyes. If I say there's a ghost and I mean it, you're going to see it by the white in my skin. If they say don't eat that ketchup and I mean it, because I'm puking on the floor when you're doing it, you'll know right then. I got like a.
You got a spring. You got a spring in your chair.
It's like grandma's mattresses.
Poking you in the butt.
That's my uncle.
Oh.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Hey,
We're
now.
going to have a confession thing here?
It's that Uncle Rick from Gatlinburg again.
Oh, Uncle Diddles.
Uncle Diddles.
Hey, diddle with my in the middle. Okay, where are we at? What are we doing right now? It's the kind of an historic place. Something kind of lost and forgotten in today's era. It seems like.
At Leroy's Hunting Club.
I forgot. Yeah, I actually said that.
Got
right
a sign right there behind us. Yeah. One of the most legit deer camps you can be a part of in this part of the world. I mean, I've seen a few deer camps, and this one beats them all.
Yeah,
what I've seen
a lot
so
of people
far.
I bring up here, I'm like, yeah, you want to come to my deer camp? And then they come up here and they're like, I thought you were talking about like, trailers and like, camp, tent.
Well, like Trevor thought we were talking
like
about
the average.
tent camping, which, I mean, that usually is like you're roughing it and you ain't got no amenities and No, dude, this is a full-on compound. This is cool.
Yeah. I was I'll never forget when I was like younger, heck, this road used to be kind of my stomping grounds. Like we found it there's the old cliffs, the Granite Bend.
Mm-hmm.
And I had somebody take me out there and show me that one time. And then when I met my wife, which, we were going on our first date, I remember I was being all cocky, and I said, I'm going to take you out to my neck of the woods, because usually if I brought people out here, nobody knew where it was at,
Yeah.
Where are you taking me? We're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. We take off driving out here, and we get on this gravel road, and my wife's like, I know where this is. She's like, this is where our deer camp is. And I was like, what? You know these roads? And she's like, yeah. She's like, I've grew up here my whole life. I was like, that right there is new. I was like, yep, I need to marry this girl.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to be cool. I'm going to show her something she's never seen. And then she's like,
well, if she mentions deer camp in the first date, that's a pretty good sign.
Yeah,
pretty good sign. Keep her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been blessed. I became a member up here, what was it, probably 3 years ago now?
Not sure.
But
I don't know when you voted in. It's on the board over there.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean,
the membership board over here.
It's definitely a special place to me. Like, not only did I meet, I feel like this is where me and my wife kind of started our thing. Heck, the gravel road takes you down to the river over there is where I drove her down there on the four-wheeler and proposed to her.
Yeah.
I'll say,
Almost lost the ring.
Wherever you're taking this sentence, you may want to stop it. But
No.
I was going with
No.
the whites of my eyes.
Different type of romance.
No, that was a funny story. I drove her down there on the four-wheeler in the gravel bar on the river. And I remember I cleaned out one of my chew cans.
Because he's so country.
Oh. And I put a paper towel in there while I took her ring. I stuck it in there. And
You're shitting me.
so, we're on the gravel bar down there, and I was like, hey, babe. I was like, you want to chew? And she's like, no.
No,
and
I don't.
so I put my arm around her with the chew can, and I popped it open. I was like, you sure you don't want what's in this can?
You don't want anything
And
in
she's
this
like,
can?
I opened it up like that. When I started opening it up, she smacked it. Well, about that time, the ring flies up on the gravel bar. Dude, I about lost it. I'm like, oh, boy. So I get down on my knees. And
He's
I'm
on his
looking,
hands and knees digging through gravel.
and she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, finally, I found it, luckily. And I was like, well,
That's insane.
I'm already on my knees. I was like, would you marry me?
That
She's
is
like, oh, my
insane.
gosh.
Yeah, I'm already.
Have I heard this before?
I don't think so.
I don't think I've heard this one. All the stories I've heard from you guys that could be left alone. That's impressive.
He almost lost his engagement ring.
Did she feel bad for knocking it out of
And
your
it's
hand?
like where she knocked it at and where it fell on the gravel bar was like probably about 3 foot from the river's edge.
Did you imagine that
It
thing?
almost got lost in Black River.
All you hear is like going to the sky. You go.
That was a good sound
That was a good
effect.
one.
I like that.
That's not even an edit.
That was good.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Golly.
Well, I mean, my engagement story was a funny one because I'm going to get to tell on Tori now and people can hear it. She knew that I was probably going to end up popping the question soon. So she started kind of she was cleaning out my bedside table and she found this ring that I'd gone to my grandma. And at first I was going to give her like an heirloom ring and give her an old ring of my grandma's or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I just didn't like that one. It wasn't the one that I really liked, that I wanted for. But I just kept it, and it was in my bedside table, along with like a application for a K Jewelers credit card from a previous relationship that I was in when I was looking for a ring a long time ago.
Ooh,
but
yeah.
I still had it it was just in the drawer of stuff back in the back. So she finds the ring. She finds the K Jewelers thing.
You're getting a hand-me-down ring.
She's no. She's thinking, she's like, this is the one. Like he got this. And so she's like, she saw it. And this
Every
is,
kiss begins with K.
so she finds this thing and then she's just waiting for whenever I'm going to propose or whatever, And then we go for her cousin was getting married, and they got married over in Tennessee, over in the Smokies.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "This is what I'm going to do. When we go on the trip, she loves waterfalls. Like Tori's a big on, like she loves taking pictures of waterfalls. We have some up in our house that she's taken and stuff. But I was like, all right, I'm going to find us a really nice waterfall over there in the mountains, and we're going to go hike to it, and I'm going to propose in front of the waterfall, and they're going to take pictures for us and stuff. It'll be awesome."
Picture it, baby.
Yeah. And so I get over there, and I've already went and picked out a different ring from Whitworth's in Poplar Bluff.
Oh, yeah.
Plug there. My buddy Matt. No, I went to high school with Matt. He's a great guy. Cool. So I was like, I got to support, And anyways, we go on this hike. That was funny in itself because like we're not even like halfway through the hike, and it's not that long of a hike to there. But she's like, my legs hurt. I'm tired. I don't want to go to the waterfall. Can we just turn around and go back? I'm like, no. Damn it, we're going to this waterfall.
Yeah.
we are not turning around. We are going to this waterfall.
Why are you being so mean?
Okay, yeah, it turns into a fight because
she has no clue that this is coming, though. And it's like her cousin's saying the same thing, and Leslie's probably back there dying, like, we're making this hike. We're going to this waterfall.
Yeah. Trying to find every ounce of encouragement you can.
Yeah, we're going to the waterfall.
Little does she know.
We get there, and it's like a double drop waterfall. Like, it's really cool. And we get in front of the rock. And they've got the camera set up, and Jonathan was just put the camera on a tripod and everything. Like he was just, we're just going to take some really good pictures. And that's how, and then whenever we're standing there for our pictures, he's actually got a camera rolling, got the video going.
Dead giveaway.
And then I get down on one knee, and she's like kind of looking all surprised, and I pull the ring out, and I ask her to marry me. And her first response, only she could make me freak out in my own proposal, because I pull out the ring, and she's like, that's not the right ring.
Oh, wow.
She's like, that's not the one that I saw. And I'm like, what? She hadn't actually answered me. And I'm just like sitting there, what? So
back to the first question.
Back to that first question.
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh, yes,
I guess we all got proposed by water. I got proposed at Markham Springs.
Markham? Yeah.
And
Markham's a really cool place.
We were getting to go kayaking.
Just down the road.
Big group of us, yeah, right down the road. And I pulled out the ring. I said something corny and stupid and mumbled it. But she freaks out. Oh, she's like, oh, no. I mean, yes.
Oh, no.
It's like she said no at first, but yeah, we all got engaged.
Did you get that white in your eye at that moment?
I don't know. I'd probably had a few in me already. I was nervous.
He got the shakes like it was a big old buck.
Yeah.
So you know what I just realized?
What's that?
This is the first, probably, I mean, I'd have to check the history books, but I guarantee you this is probably the first podcast that's ever went down here.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And this has been around since the 80s?
89, I believe.
Yeah, I think that is right.
When they started.
Yeah, I mean, and it started as a, just your average deer camp where you went and, I think they started out with like an army tent. With
Yeah.
They started from smaller means before they got this place. Like it started out, I think 89 was the first year when they started their club, and then they had a couple different spots. They had one over off 172, and they had one down by Keener Springs, I think, for a little while. They had their camp, and then they bought this place in, like 94 or something? 96?
Don't get me lying on that either.
It would be kind of cool if they had a few different spots where you could bounce around different deer camps.
Sometime in the mid-90s, though, is whenever they bought this property, and then they had an old house on it, and they renovated and made this big building that we're in.
Yeah, this is a nice shop house.
The dining hall, the poker room, pool table, the kitchen. That's a really important part.
Oh, yeah.
You can have some awesome meals.
I'll overlay a little bit of that footage in there. I shot a doe tonight, and we took a backstrap out of it.
Scott provided us with some camp meat.
Loggy Bayou cooked us up some backstrap, and I mean, dude, yeah, finger popping each other's assholes. It was so good,
though.
It was good. I didn't think we would eat a full backstrap. By golly, it was gone before we could even smell it.
We might not have much luck in the deer woods, but we don't leave deer camp hungry.
No.
That's the key. That's the secret to deer camp is you got to eat good. Like
what's that noise?
It's the refrigerator.
Yeah,
it's
we
that
locked
compressor.
that kid up in there.
I thought somebody was shooting guns outside.
No,
Sean was shooting a 22.
It sounds like just bang, 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 bang.
You heard that, didn't you?
Yeah.
When we were sitting
hear that.
I'm sitting up there on the hill tonight hunting, and all of a sudden I hear. I was like, what? Oh, he's over there shooting a 22 in camp somewhere. I don't know what he's doing.
Deer.
No, I don't know what he was shooting at. It might have been groundhogs. We got a lot of groundhogs and possums and armadillos around here. He could have been shooting at anything.
Yeah, so this place, though, I mean, back in the day, like, from what I understand, like, before, I met my wife and everything, like, they used to have, like, New Year's Eve parties. They used to have all kinds of stuff.
There's still a banner right there.
Yeah.
It says Happy New Year.
Yeah.
No, this would be cool. Yeah, it'd be cool to have it.
And I mean, like, they used to have live bands in here. I mean, it used to be, I've heard from locals that,
Well,
like
Wes Bratton told us, he said, man, the night when they used to do the fish fry night, he said there used to be cars. The entire place right here was full of cars. The entire gravel road was lined with vehicles. Like there was hundreds of people at the fish fry every year. It was a big deal.
People used to just get together before social media, back whenever you had to make a phone call. None of us are old, but we're old enough to have that time that's long lost and forgotten. Now you can send 100 people a text message, and 5 are going to respond, 3 is going to show up if you're lucky.
Yeah.
6, 7.
6, 7.
I'm going to throat punch you.
Yeah, with my big toe. Call the tow truck on that one, Jack.
No. Yeah, that is true, though. I mean, like, ever since, like, cell phones and social media came out, like, socializations, like, went down, I think.
Socialism.
It's supposed to make it's supposed to be social media, and it makes people less social.
Yeah,
Well, even, like, when I used to work, before cell phones, like, we'd all leave our flip phones there at the workstation, especially when I worked third shift. You ain't nobody going to contact you that time of the morning, so you just leave your cell phone there at your workstation, go out to break, and we'd all communicate. We'd laugh, we'd talk, and then it's like as soon as like smartphones really became a thing, like I just remember sitting there one day just looking around the whole
Everybody's
break
sitting
room.
in the break room on their phone.
Everybody's head staring at their screen, and I'm like, man, this
That's
is different.
my biggest pet peeve with my wonderful wife, and she doesn't like to agree with me that she's on her phone. Man.
Hey,
Or you
been
see a family or something go out to dinner, and everybody's like this right here.
Yeah.
Sitting there at the table, just nobody's talking to each other. They're just scrolling on their phones. Like I make a point to try and like I might have it with me at dinner, but I'll try to like just put my phone on the table. And
Yeah, same.
I've seen people that actually did a thing where they take like a group of people and just take everybody's phones, just put them in the middle with the screen down, so you're not tempted to grab it.
Yeah.
Talk to the people that are there. Be present.
I mean, that's a big deal, I think. Like, I mean,
It's important.
yeah, it's very important.
Not everybody's going to live by a 3-second TikTok video. You're going to have to eventually talk to somebody and create some kind of communication in a relationship that involves actually looking in somebody's eyes, shaking their hand, and talking.
For sure, yeah. And I don't, like TikTok, like I watch TikTok a little bit. I'm not going to say I don't ever watch it, but like I don't think the human brain is designed to process that much information
It's not.
Yeah.
at that period of time. Like, I mean, like you just watch somebody that watches it hours on end, and it's like
You see our anxiety and stress levels nowadays.
Where do you think that comes from? Like you've got 10 million things running through your brain, and
much
it's like
screen time.
And it's
I'm
all
over there thinking like chicken.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chicken.
Chicken wing, chicken wing.
Chicken and macaroni.
That's why my wife was always like, "What's going on in your head?" Not much.
Not much.
Yeah, I bet he's thinking about other girls, and you're like,
You don't
chicken.
want chicken.
Well, the guys really out doing by themselves.
Yeah.
Choking the chicken.
No, we're just what's going on in Dustin's head? That's a scary place. So
Logan, all through high school and stuff, he always said,
Because you guys been buddies for a long time.
"Oh yeah,
Right? I don't know if you mentioned that.
Logan's probably like probably my oldest buddy that I've got.
one of my longest like good friends. Like I think we started really becoming friends when we were about 12 years old.
Playing travel ball.
I just turned 36 a couple days ago.
Yeah, happy birthday to Logan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're here tonight celebrating.
That's kind of the reason that we're up here this weekend was kind of a like not really having a birthday party or nothing, but just
we're
partying.
partying.
I mean,
party hard.
if three's a crowd, we're crowded.
I think we went to bed at 9:30 last night.
Yeah, we're probably already past that. I don't know what time is it right now. What's
It's like 10 or something.
is it really?
10:30?
It's 10:30.
Yeah.
Dang, man. Well, I guess.
So I said we ate. It was like 9 o'clock when we ate.
Well, I mean, I didn't even get here till like 7:30, and you guys were shortly behind me.
We
We started skinning the deer. I still got to quarter it up, which it won't take 5 minutes to do that. But
and that's a pretty nifty hanging system too. That's one of the cool things. So like the ease of deer, we're getting back into the whole thing about the deer camp. Deal.
yeah,
It's
we're
like,
going to come back around.
come back around to that.
Yeah, we're going to come back around to it.
We love our rabbit trails.
Yeah.
That's how our brains work.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like
all
TikTok.
circular.
We're
But
scrolling.
anyways, where I was going with this story was me and Logan's been friends a long time, and like he used to always tell me, he's like, "You've got an RTG, which means random thought generator." And
That thing's in overdrive.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'll say all kinds of goofy stuff, and it's just like off the wall stuff, and it's like I don't even know where this comes from. It's just like chicken, you know?
Chicken.
Yeah.
It just blurts it out.
Yeah.
It's true. That's true.
So yeah, it's his RTG. It's the random thought generator.
Yeah.
Dustin's always been that way since I've known him. Like I said, we was like 12 years old and we started like going camping or something. We went to church together. Our families kind of met that way, and then we went to a ball tournament. We played some travel ball back in the day, and
lifted weights together.
I drug him into the gym every now and then.
You drug him?
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, back in the day, that sucker could put up some weight.
Yeah.
yeah, not so much anymore. I'd probably hurt myself.
But he'd be
I'll
great.
talk about a little backstory, man. We won't mention that here.
Yeah,
That gets edited.
Logan, I'd be in the gym and I'd be all pumped up, like, "Oh, let's get it!" And Logan's like putting up, more weight than me, and he's like, "I hate this."
Can I go now? It's early. Why am I here? No, I was never really into the whole working out thing. Like, it wasn't my deal. I did it because I played football. I played sports. It was a great way to stay in shape. Like, we had to.
Yeah.
We had weightlifting, PE, and stuff when we were playing football because you need to. You got to be strong. It's a physical sport. But I was never one of those guys that just got into the weight room and just get all, just get jacked up about
jacked
it.
up on Mountain Dew.
It was something I had to do. And then what was really funny, though, is after, like, get out of high school, went to the gym a few times, like right there at the beginning of college and stuff, worked out a little bit. But then remember, we were probably like almost mid-20s, and I still had that weight bench at my house from that we went in high school. We lifted in my basement some.
Yeah.
And we were always trying to get that, like 300 mark on bench press, know, as a 18-year-old. You're like, I'm going to bench 300 pounds. And
I'm 32, trying to get there.
yeah. But there's a difference in like that. You're a teenager, and then you get in your 20s, you get that man strength.
Yeah, catches up to you,
it's
man.
a real thing because neither one of us had been to the gym in like 2 or 3 years.
It's like Napoleon
we
Dynamite.
Hadn't lifted, and we go up there and like we put weight on, and we were just like trying to see. We were gonna just try to max out, but like I think we put 225 on. Starting, it was like boom, and just like I was like I used to struggle to rep that a few times, and it was like one time just. Bam, and then nothing, and then so we're like, we're going for 300 a day. I think he got pretty close. He might have got it that day.
I remember back then, but yeah, we
he ended up putting he had like 275 on there or something, and like hadn't lifted in 2 years, and just like. I was like, how did you do that? He's like,
I wake up and I man strength. Excellence.
He's like, I'm the best.
All I
plain and simple.
I'll win no matter what.
That was before that song was even written.
He probably got it from you.
He looks over.
So I'm trying to think.
Welcome to the show.
when did me and you get acquainted? Was it from softball?
Probably.
Or Acorn?
It was either Acorn or softball.
I don't think I knew you till I got out of the Corps, right? I got out at the end of 17, first of 18.
Yeah,
and like me and Swilly didn't like talk, but we had known each other from the bow shop. I think from being around all the time, just shooting the shit and shooting.
You probably didn't go hunting with us until after we'd already played softball. Because I think you came and played with our softball team one year for park.
Yeah, I think
park department.
Because I met you guys before I got with Acorn.
Yeah, and then we started doing all the Acorn stuff, and you came up, and we invited you to come up,
which was so much fun. And you guys had, man, all the talent and the talent and the what I'm trying to say, like
looks?
No, that's not where I was going. That's not personalities. You guys had a whole array of personalities, but it's so hard to get a group to do.
Yeah,
especially
poor Dustin, man. He was so overworked. That was what really like the downfall of Acorn was.
I understand
the fact of one guy trying to edit videos for six to eight people.
Yeah.
And nobody's like. I would have loved to have been able to help out because I could always like I'll run a camera, I'll film, and he was the master of like getting the B-roll shots. Like his brain worked that way.
Because there's more than just running a camera. There's a whole
you on a hunt,
thing.
and I'll film the deer, I'll film the hunter, and I can get you a good video of that. But as far as thinking about, I need to film some B-roll, some filler stuff to like really fill out a video.
Yeah,
it wasn't. But you could have learned. You can learn some of that stuff.
You can, but a lot of it, honestly, just kind of you can learn it. But it's nice if you already have that in your head, because whenever you get handed something like, "Hey, I filmed this," and it's 3 minutes total, and you're wondering where your 20-minute video's at.
Yep.
Well,
Well, like, yeah. Like
Have you had anything from the previous 10 hunts you've done? No, I don't.
I remember
No?
watching you guys do the computer programs, and I'm always been like a dinosaur with computers. I'm a caveman, so that stuff just kind of like went over my head too.
Yeah.
Like the editing programs, and like I was watching Dustin do it sometimes. I'm just
It's
like,
very in depth.
"Ooh, man, that seems like a lot."
And then getting onto like the Mac stuff that I got from you, it's reprogramming it. It's all different controls. Same format, but now I control it differently, and it is a struggle. But I'm slowly learning. And with this podcast, I can edit very simply.
Yeah,
it's kind of just getting back to the fundamentals, and it's like, oh, okay. Well, then I've been playing with a little bit of like the new 360 camera that we're recording with right now. I'm recording it on a one lens, but then messing with the audio, and we're running different mics. And it's like, okay, I'm getting my toes wet again.
Yeah.
Toes in the water, ass in the sand, so should we say? But it's fun whenever you can get something to come out.
One like that time of my life too. Like I was working a stressful job. Like working Saturdays and some Sundays. And so like that's what it wasn't just that burned me out, but it was everything.
I remember the big thing you telling us was like you were trying to go in and edit videos, and you remember you'd come home from work. You're already tired because it's stressful and everything, and then you come home and you're not even really seeing your family.
Yeah.
You go in your room, you just lock yourself in the computer room and start editing. And he's like, before you know it, he's been in there for 4 hours that night. And it's like, oh, now it's time to go to bed. And I didn't really even spend time with my family. No, I'm good right now. I still got this.
Yeah, because like
You need beer?
not right now. Thank you. No, that was my thing. Is like I wanted to be. That's my downfall.
You are a big family person.
I'm a perfectionist too. So like when I start working on something, like dude, I'll get hung up on something and it'll take me forever because I want to make, and the fact that I wasn't a computer guru. Like I didn't know all the shortcuts and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out how to just make it, like that's what
Chef's kiss.
I want to make sure it's on the beat. It's this and that, and it's like trying to spend time with your family and then work 12-hour shifts. It's like,
Been trying to get music that you can use that's not corny because it's copyrighted. Or
man.
You gotta get.
And Alexa's like, I could edit. It's easy. She's like, and if you want music, all you gotta do is label their link or whatever in the description. I'm like, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
It'll be copyrighted, flagged, and after 3, like you're out.
yeah.
It's very tough.
You
and
get
like
3 copyright strikes and you're gone. Is that YouTube?
Hey, I got freaking flagged on Facebook today from 2 months ago. It says, because I've been getting all these notifications, hey, you're posting quality content, you're reaching 1,000 more people a day, you're reaching more people. Well, now it just put me on like shadow ban almost on Facebook.
Really?
From like 2 months ago, I got flagged, or somebody just went in and flagged it. It's basically like, this is your warning. And I'm like, what the hell is it?
Are you going to be in Facebook jail?
I guess.
So me and Logan were discussing last night, like, who would be awesome to have on this podcast?
No.
Snoop Dogg.
You know what?
That would be cool.
The other day I was talking to
we got to
Snoop.
put this out into the universe. We need Snoop Dogg on the podcast. And I was like, you talk about Rack Attack's fixing to blow up.
Yeah.
Because, like, could you
I
just
just want him
imagine
to-
just talking to him, just pick his brain, be like, Snoop, you ever been hunting?
Yeah.
You ever shot a bow?
No, but he cut a lizard's tail off once with a pistol.
Yeah, he did.
Bring it from the Starsky and Hutch, put it up here on the big bass attack.
Yeah.
We got bass attack, rack attack, quack attack, sack attack.
Have you ever seen when he does his little nature documentary overlay?
Well,
like a
He
National
does like
Geographic.
the Planet Earth videos, and
no.
it's like
Could you imagine Samuel L. Jackson? Muppet snakes on his plane.
there's this one with these like they're like river otters or
river
something. It's
otters.
otters, and he's like, "What are these? What is these animals?" And he's like asking, and he's like, "Oh, that's that's Wally Gator, And he's like, "This is all that." And then it's like they team up and they actually scare off an alligator, and it's a bunch of like river otters or something. And he's like, what are these animals? He's like, they punked that gator. And it's like, he has no idea. He's like, we them boys. And they like run off an alligator because of the sheer numbers or whatever. But it's so funny hearing his like, he's just watching it and then just reacting to it. And the way he describes it, because he has no idea. He's like, what are these mongooses or
Some
something?
people have never been introduced to nature.
Yeah. Nature's
Could you
awesome.
imagine?
Or the
giving-
one with him and Kevin Hart doing the Olympics. That one year, that clip is hilarious, and they're watching the horses, and when they're doing like the horses with the fancy trots and stuff, he's like, well, that horse is out there, he's out there sea walking, crib walking, he's repping the set, and like he's like, I gotta get this horse in the video.
Yeah,
We were just like, yeah. Like, how crazy that'd be, like, somebody sees this, though, and then, like, they just hear it because it's got his name in it, and all of a sudden you get a call. You get a call from his people, but hey, Snoop said he wants to be on your podcast.
The algorithm may pick it up. My thing is, I'll never answer a phone call that I don't recognize. You bet, well, I guess them dude didn't want to talk to me. Fucking white dudes from the country.
For y'all, just put it out there in the universe.
Put it out there.
We need Snoop on on the podcast.
Yeah. That was my random thought generator.
Yeah,
Random
could you
thought for
imagine
the
handing
night.
him a knife and like, hey, you go skin that deer?
Yeah.
What you gonna do with that deer?
It'd be interesting for sure.
Yeah. So what do you guys? We got just a few days left of season, and I guess really tomorrow and/or Sunday is your guys' probably last day.
Yeah.
More than likely, yeah, because I probably won't get to go during the week next week.
I won't either. I
It
thought
ends
about.
I think it ends next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Yeah.
I had thought about taking a vacation for 4 hours that afternoon, and if the pressure looks good, maybe, because I did get some hope today. I saw 2 bucks with full racks. They weren't nothing special. They were
Hadn't fallen off yet.
no. So it makes me think that maybe I have a chance,
Yeah,
a very small chance.
yeah.
That would be all. I've never killed a buck like right there at the last wire.
Yeah, not this late. It would be cool. I mean, it's fun, especially I shot my target buck this year. It'd be great to finally
I've
tag
never
out.
even tagged a deer in January before. That
No,
I can think of. Like
whenever muzzle
I'll
season-
try it. Like I'll give it the old, I've given it a last
College
ditch
try,
effort every,
yeah.
every once a few seasons, but I doubt that I've ever even really tagged. I don't even know if I might have tagged maybe just a couple in my past in December.
Yeah.
Usually, it's always October, November that's your prime time. Like
Yeah.
that's
See, when muzzleload season was like the third week of December or third week of December, that was a fun time because I only had very, very seldom had a deer without antlers. Excuse me, but they were still kind of chasing them younger does.
that second
And
rut
I used
as
to
everybody
have-
talks
yeah, I
about.
used to have some of
the
my
yearling
best-
does that come
yeah.
in late.
I had some of my best hunts and see my biggest deer in that time of the year.
Yeah,
But-
I'm kind of I've always been that way. Like as soon as gun season hits, I go bow hunting, but it's like
Mid-morning.
yeah, morning hunts.
It's
they're not
kind of
very-
hard to get motivated after like you do all your before gun season bow hunting, and that's when you really hit it hardcore because that's the the rut, the chase, the pre-rut, the chase, all that stuff, and then you get gun season, and then you kind of just take that time off because you've done. And then like some people really they'll get into it for the alternative methods or muzzleloader or whatever, but
I don't think I've morning hunted since rifle season.
really.
I've tried, but it's just like, man, like I know that they're bedded within 50 yards of the field, and they're in the field when I'm walking through, and everywhere that I have that's hunting that's mainly driving from roads to fields, I'm like, crap, I'm probably doing more harm than good. Yeah, if I'm going to hurt my situation and maybe have like that inkling of a chance, the odds are outweighing by the negative.
Yeah.
And it's also just my mindset because, man, like when, you know how it is whenever you're filming and you got to set up every set like it's the time it's going to happen. Dude, that weighs on you. And I'm carrying my backpack. My backpack is brand new, but it's ripped from carrying all that weight. Like it's a freaking chore. It's rewarding when it works out and it's fun, but then you always have the same old footage over and over and over again, and you just ram up this memory full of stuff that you're not even going to use. It's tasking, to say the least.
Yeah.
You got
we
that.
talked about it last night, whether we were going to get up and do some morning hunts because it's like late season.
Yeah.
We almost revert back to like early season where you don't hunt in the morning. You just hunt,
well, and most
hunt
people,
evenings.
You listen to anybody that knows anything will tell you that, unless you have like
Afternoon hunts where you're going to
perfect
find
food sources and like in between bedding where you can slip in and catch them in between. Like you're doing a lot of harm, especially you guys hunting. You hunted a field earlier today, didn't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Could it happen? Yeah, it could happen.
Well, this evening he hunted down in the field, got him in a nice spot, got brushed in between two fields actually, and then I was up on the hillside, just a few hundred yards really from between where we were at, but it's a crossing. There's a beat down trail that goes and it crosses the gravel road and it goes right to those fields. So my thought was, I'm going to get up here. Nobody ever hunts it because it's right here outside of camp. I mean, I could see camp from where from my tree. But I was like, those spots get overlooked sometimes. And everybody's always like, we got to get out. And then I mean, that happened even up north. Mm-hmm. We used to go up there and remember one time, I think it was when Kyle's dad came with us.
Bradger always hunted right behind camp, and had deer all the time, and we wouldn't see a damn deer.
He wasn't too far from down in that creek bottom, but
no, not really, not compared to we were walking.
But no, like one year, Kyle Nelson's dad went with us, and Greg didn't really hunt a whole lot while he was there. He went out a few times and sat down, but like he sat there one day after we all left and scattered and went abroad to go out from camp. He said he saw like a 150 just like walk by within sight of our campsite. He just crossed the road.
Man, I wish
why were we not there when that thing walked by?
I wish Northern Missouri was like what it was whenever you guys were up there in your heyday, because it was like the year that I came was like the year that it
blew up.
It was done, because Mikey and them and you guys were always telling me like, man, like it's golden. I passed up on a buck that I would never pass up on back home. Mm-hmm. He was a good buck. I mean, for me, I think he was an 8-point, probably mid 120s up to like 130, like a solid deer. I passed him. I'm like, man, in 5 days, I'm leaving for Northern Missouri. And they talk like they're behind every tree. It's like Iowa up there.
No.
And then I get up
Not
there.
quite.
I've seen like 2 fawns. Mm-hmm. That was it.
See, that Northern Missouri, like especially the place where we used to go, it's like it was so weird, because like around here, like I feel like I can walk out about anywhere in the woods and I'm jumping deer. Up there where we hunted at, you could walk all day long, every day, never see a deer, never jump a deer, never hear a deer, and you're like, what in the world? And then all of a
This
sudden,
place is supposed to be loaded up with deer.
And then come out of nowhere.
Yeah, all of a sudden on the 4th day, 160 just pops out, and you're like, that's why you come
That's
up here.
why I come up
like,
here.
So I don't know why it's so different like that. I don't know. There is a bunch more coyotes up there that I've noticed.
There is. And they keep it pretty manicured, so everything's low, so they can probably see you from a lot further distance. Where here, nothing's taken care of. It's just a bunch of thick, overgrown homesteads and fields.
You don't change your tactics, and you don't think like that year that Alton killed that buck, the first one he got up there. Main reason that he got that buck is because when you talk to Mikey, I think he told the story like Alton was like, well, we're gonna take our boots off and cross this creek, and then we're gonna go almost a mile loop out of the way to get to the spot we want to go to, because we're going to play the wind. And he's like, there's this like turnip field that they were wanting to hunt over. And he was like, he said, if I were this big buck, I'd be bedded on this hillside watching that turnip field, because everybody and their brothers are going to just walk straight through the field to get to the back to go set up their stand.
Yeah.
And he's going to watch you walk through that field. He's thinking like the deer. He's like, he's going to sit where he's going to see the threat. He's not dumb. He's done this for, that's how he's survived to become a big deer.
Yeah,
and so he's watched people walk through this field to set up, and then he'll just skirt them when he gets up off of his bed. So Alton's like, we got to go out and around and come in the back side of it so he doesn't see us. We're gonna throw on, use some tactics on him. And they did that. It was a lot of work. They had to go way out of their way through that creek bottom, but they came back. Then they get set up in there, and they're making all this noise, breaking limbs in the tree and stuff. The deer walks right in on top of him, bristled up, ready for a fight. Snort wheezes at him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, I mean, he come in because he thought there was another buck in his territory making scrapes and rubs or something. He came down like just completely bristled and snort wheezed, and they were both just like, "What was that?"
Yeah. The bad thing is, if you tried that 10 other times, you may not even seen a deer. So then it's in your mind of like, man, I'm going to do all this extra work, and I'm still not going to see anything, but that one time it would work.
It paid off.
Or it probably will work out more than you think if you just actually weighed your odds right. Like a lot of big buck killers won't hunt every day. They'll hunt the day.
Yep.
Yeah, and they went in like they made their move. They started late that morning. They got up late.
They slept in.
They slept in that day. They got a late start, for most people would call a late start. Made their move. Got set up. They weren't set up for 30 minutes, and the buck came right down to them. Like it was one of those things. It's just like it was the perfect scenarios. Everything worked together, but you got to think. Think outside the box, and it worked out for him. And that was just a testament to like we'd had that whole episode you guys had with like how does Alton's brain work? Like how does he look at the maps and how does he figure that stuff out? Like
he thinks of how a buck should feel, not how a human. Yeah. Like what's good for us is different from what's good for them.
That's my biggest downfall is like, how can I get into a spot the easiest way possible?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at on maps a lot of times, and I'm like, I'm probably screwing myself over though, because it's just like, well, I'm a big dude, got the bad ankle and everything. So like, I try to find an easier route, but I'm also like, man, sometimes taking that easy way is probably messing me up, because that's where, you know, if I'm in there trying to go into an area with a buck, I might be, just for the sake of comfort, you know, screwing myself up. But I have started really paying attention to the wind a lot here in more recent years. Like used to, I would I'm going in here. I look at the map. This is where I want to go. I'm going the shortest distance to get to it.
And that's where your deer camps come from. So like, where are you going? Well, I'm going to the old boat seat stand, you know, because you always go there. Where are you going next week? I'm going here. People ask me, I'm like, I'm going wherever the wind lets me.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we need to know. I'm like, I'm going to give you 3 spots.
Yeah.
And whatever it's doing, I'm going there depending on the wind.
There are times though, like I've noticed that, and I'm like thinking about it, because like I started out hunting. I didn't hunt a lot of public land because I only really used to just rifle hunt when I first started. I grew up. Dad's taking me. You know, I didn't get into bow hunting until like late years of high school. That's when I really started. Like actually after high school is when I got serious about bow hunting.
With the old thumper.
Hand-me-down bow, the reflex.
Yeah.
It's like an off-brand Hoyt, but Ethan's dad gave it to me as a graduation present. So I didn't even, like, my first bow, and I was like, I got to kill a deer with it before I ever buy a new one. And I went to Ethan's farm and hunted and killed my first deer with it and everything. But anyways, like, so I always hunted on my uncle's farm, and me and Dad hunted private land, rifle hunted, and we had our set stands that have been there, you know, ladder stands that you have around the farm, and you always see deer. And it was never, oh, let me check and see what the wind is doing. It was like, I'm going to that stand. And I feel like the deer herd was, in those years, it was really good, because I was like, there's times I remember sitting at the farm, I'd tell people, like, man, I saw 20 deer this morning before, by 8, 9 o'clock, you know?
I love seeing deer, because you listen to some guys talking about, like, they say technically if you want to kill mature bucks and quality bucks, you don't want to see 20, 30 deer at a time. You want to see one deer every few days.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not at that point to where I could care less about a booner. I love a 4-year-old, but a good 3-year-old's going to get whacked.
Good mature deer.
Because, I mean, and everybody said, well, for here, a 3-year-old's an old deer. Dude, you don't see a 4-year-old very often. Very often. Yeah. So, I mean, for me, I love seeing deer. I like having that opportunity. And then like tonight, you know, the last 2 weeks I've shot does. It's fun, and also to have that experience, because if you don't see deer, you get out of the loop of like, how do I react to how they react? Yeah. You know, I got busted tonight because I'm like, I got excited. There was deer behind me and I heard something in front of me. I'm like, well, they're way away. They're fine. I pull up binoculars and she's looking at me from 100 yards away. And
Did she have binoculars?
The deer was looking at you with binoculars, dude.
She looked at me. She saw me flip up, and I'm like, man, like the one open spot.
That tiny little movement.
These does, and she was a big old nanny. She had a big old white collar on her. You know,
them big nanny does are almost hard to kill as a big buck.
And they'll bust you quick. I sat there a long time. My arms like I'm shaking, holding that. What is it? A pound binocular felt like eternity. I'm like, please move. And finally, the deer were coming up to my right, and she looked, and I'm like, oh, thank you. And I rested my elbows on my bridge and my saddle, and I'm looking, and eventually she let up. But then, like 3 more sets of does and fawns came behind her. Well, of course, they're like, well, what was she looking at? Oh, him. And you're like, maybe he's not going to shoot us. You know, they're like contemplating life right now. And I'm like, then they all walked right by their dead cousin. Her name is Doanne. Yeah.
No Doreen.
Yeah, Doreen.
Did they at least tip their head to her?
I couldn't see. It's kind of brushy. I could just
hear him.
40. Yeah. Cheers to the one just falling. No, dude, it was a really I kind of did what you did. Don't take my shot as I say this, but I got up in the stand and I'm like, I prayed. I'm like, hey, just give me some success, like whatever you feel like is successful. Well, I got up there in the temperature. I thought I was going to start sweating when I got up. And I got up there. I before I set up where I wanted to go, as soon as I got to the top of the hill to where I wanted to set right here, because there's a fence line and a gated road, I busted 3 doe. I'm like, man, they were exactly where I wanted to catch them coming into. But I've known they've been on top of this hill, and it was a gamble I was going to take. But I'm like, I'm going to run out of time. I try to push differently. So I'm like, well, I can set up a little bit closer, but if they are up there 100 yards watching me, they can see me climb this tree. I'm going to be kind of open. If I get back in the back, I'm going to be a little bit lower, but I can put all 4 sticks up and I can get a shot, bits and pieces. And I got up there. I'm like, Lord, just give me some success, whether it's
something.
you know, it doesn't have to be a
Give me
big.
something, yeah.
Just let me feel like fulfilled. When I'm sitting there and the weather was amazing, like the most perfect weather. I'm a hot-natured son of a gun. It's like 70 degrees, a little bit of a north wind. It's sunny, and then
Did it get up that warm?
I don't know. It was warm. I honestly,
I
I
was
think
sweating.
I think it might have been like 65 or something, but it was super nice.
Yeah, because it definitely wasn't as warm as it was
Super
yesterday.
nice. The birds were chirping like crazy, and then I was sitting there for probably 2 hours, and probably about an hour, and I saw a deer coming down. Ended up being the group that I shot, and after I shot it, I made a perfect shot exactly where like my pin was there, my arrow fall. Even though
It was a good shot.
I thought I'd shot her a little back just the way. I mean, it zipped right through her, but eventually I thought it was about this far back, 6 inches back. And I checked my footage. I'm like, nope, that's exactly where I wanted it. And all the deer that were with her, instead of going back to the bedding and blowing, they ran to the bottom of the field, out of sight and out of mind.
Nice.
And I'm like, you know what? And then I looked up and I seen a bunch of deer coming out in the field, and I watched 2 nice bucks, nothing big, just pretty bucks,
Good,
come through the
decent deer.
creek, crest the hill, and I just saw a rack, and I'm like, thank you, Lord.
Yep.
Like, this is your version of success. I didn't have to kill a big buck today. I hope I can tomorrow. But that was amazing. I saw a bunch of deer. I had some deer come in downwind to me. Didn't care. I sprayed down before I went. And I had a really, really fun hunt, and I knew I was coming here, which is always a good time.
Yeah, that's always a mental booster.
So just
Yeah.
to go in
I've
knowing
been looking forward to coming up here
Yeah,
for weeks since we planned it. Like I was like, "What you want to do something like?" It's like my birthday kind of falls in that perfect time of.
And I could have been in Indiana and missed all this today, which I would have been here tomorrow, but who knows?
Yeah, but I mean, it falls in that time around close to, muzzleloader season or alternative, but it's always right there, right before the end of bow season too. And so we were just like, let's just do like one last bow hunting trip for the year and try to kill. I've got 2 bow tags left still, and I tagged out during rifle season, but I've filled 1 bow tag this year, but I was like, I've got 2 more, and I'd like to just give it one last shot, and it's like we can just find excuses to get together, and we've got the best place. We come up here, and it's a great camp. Me and Dustin utilize this place a lot. Like, we started doing our early season camp here. Now we stopped going up to Northern. I still love Northern Missouri.
I love Northern Missouri.
I would like to go every once in a while, just even if I got to put up with 18 people in every spot that I pull into, but that just makes it really annoying.
When was it falling down on me? I forgot there's a tightening thing there. No. There we go.
No, but yeah,
It kept falling.
early season camp up here, it's nice just to have showers.
So convenient. You have a shower.
Like, I mean, when we go up there to North
Well, and
Missouri,
washing your clothes because you smell like a bag of wieners.
you get. I don't know about you guys. I sweat a lot, and so I'll soak. My hunting clothes will be drenched on an early
Especially
season.
like when on TRT, dude, sweating like a mofo.
yeah.
I'd been off for a little while and I'd slowed down on the sweating, but
So, like, was it last turkey season when we took the bath in the river up there in northern
oh
Missouri?
yeah, hey,
yeah, this last spring.
Yeah,
That
that was
was-
when I burned my boot. Because
Yeah,
we just
yeah,
got
yeah.
done taking a bath, and you're like, "Hey, was that your boot by the fire?" I'm like, yeah.
yeah, it was in the
Yeah.
fire, man.
That was cold.
And the game warden rolled up on us right after we put our clothes
dude.
on. I'm like,
we kept
he was gonna have to have a
Trevor's-
short
He's like,
conversation.
what are you guys doing? I'm like,
Trevor's
we just
gonna
took a bath
Trevor's
in the
gonna
river.
kill me for this. He had the bright idea to we'd bought beard trimmers. He wanted to shave his pubes. So we're sitting there, and cars are driving by, and we got these like $5 trimmers from
a DG
Dollar,
or a gas
from Dollar
station.
General. Dude, they pulled more hair than they cut. I don't know.
He couldn't wait till after camp.
Dude, the things that we do, they don't have to make sense. We just do them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then people are driving by, and we're sitting there with our no-nads out, trying to shave our shit before we go in this
On deer
murky,
camp.
cold water. Dude, that water, And it wasn't even that cold out, but that river came off Jack Frost's breath.
Yeah,
That river was so
cold, man.
And I mean, yeah, because it was springtime. It was turkey season, spring turkey season, but
It was an ice bath. I mean,
it was that river was up. It was deeper than it normally is, and maybe that's why, because it was moving and it was deep.
And it was deep.
There was muddy as all get out.
There was no gradual getting in. It was plummeting.
You just dropped in.
Boy,
and it was solid. It was just slick, nasty mud too.
But you definitely felt better. After,
I did feel better.
When you sweat your butt off hunting and stuff like that, and you've got about a layer like that of crusty cheese on your undersides.
We were talking about it earlier because I was telling about my first experience of deer camp, like coming up here, getting the full deer camp experience. I'm going to circle back to that, but it was, I remember when we used to do that when I was like 12, 13, I went to my first deer camp with my dad and some guys that he worked with, and we set up in the Irish wilderness.
Cool.
And this was during rifle season. We'd stay there for like a week, and it was super primitive. I mean, we had everything on our deer carts. We would hike in, and you're dragging your tent, all your supplies, everything is strapped down to your deer cart, and you're dragging it in behind you, and a couple 100 pounds of gear. And then we got to set up camp when we get there, and then you got to hike like a mile just to go to your stand every morning. It was pretty rough, but it was a lot of fun, and it was that camaraderie of all the guys hanging out at deer camp.
Yeah.
And
it's like that secondhand fun, the struggle.
Yeah. But that trip, I remember one of those years, it's like middle of the week. You've been out there, no, it's primitive. And me and Dad are just like, after all these long hikes back and forth to your stand, I was like, I smell like the underside of a goat's nutsack.
Which I have smelled quite often.
Yeah.
But it was like, I need a bath. So what did we do? Me and Dad walked down, and we go down to 11 Point River.
Oh,
I don't know if you're not from here, if you don't know about 11 Point, it is a cold
spring fed in every direction.
Colder than Current River. And people talk about how cold Current River is.
Dude, Current River 100 degrees will flat, no nadulats.
On average, I think 11 Point runs at like 60 some odd degrees. Like, it's cold.
What's that spring that you guys always talk about going
Bowes
to?
Mill.
Bowes Mill, yeah.
That one's cool.
Bowes Mill
We used to do that on our canoe trips. We always had to stop and go at Bowes Mill Spring. Bowes Mill Pond.
Speaking of canoe trips, we need to have. I didn't float one time this summer.
Oh, yeah.
I love kayaking.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love it. You guys
I've got
like
my
kayaking?
kayak. I love it.
You got kayaks? I've got 3.
You have one. I know for sure.
I know Megan.
I've got 3 of them.
We got Megan's. I don't think I have one right now.
You can set them a lap.
Well, I was going to buy one, but I never
set 'em
have
a lap.
yet. Because Matt borrowed
You
it.
want to set them a lap?
He's not catching the hint, Scott.
Yeah. Oh, dude, my legs hurt so bad.
Sorry.
No. Like,
Never mind. You can't set them on my
we
lap.
used to go kayaking a lot. Me and Tori like to go.
It's fun.
And it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And
Put you a little
before we
cooler
got
in the back,
kayaks,
just-
that's what, like, every year for Labor Day, that was a thing that my family did. We would go and
That's my
rent.
birthday weekend.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we need to start doing something then, because we would rent canoes, and we would go to 11 Point, and we'd canoe down 11 Point from Huffstedler's
I
over
haven't
there.
been on that river since I was a little kid.
But there's a spot right before you get to the bridge at the end on the float that we would take. It's a spring, comes up, and it used to be a mill there. That's why it's called Bowes Mill. And the spring pond, though, is like this hole, and it just goes down into the ground where the spring. It doesn't even you can't even really see it bubbling up. The stream just runs out, and then it's got they got the old concrete chute where they would for the mill.
Yeah.
But the spring itself looks like still water. And you can see down in the water like 40, 50 feet. It just turns from being super just clear on top to like dark, dark, dark blue. And you can just see
That's creepy.
straight down like into this hole. And you jump in that water and it will take your breath away. Like, it's instantly, like, we had to take a plunge. You got to jump into it and you just come up. It's cold water. You don't want to stay in it too long, but you got to jump in it and just experience it.
Yeah.
That's like Uncle Sean.
It'll cleanse your soul.
Uncle Sean, that's one of his traditions he does up here. He comes up here and he gets in Eads Creek. Like, it doesn't matter what time of the year it is, winter, summer, he's going to.
He drove up today before he even
Like,
came to camp.
all
He
the
went
time?
straight down.
Yeah, that's like his
Every
thing.
time he comes here?
Every time he comes here.
How often does he come here?
Quite often.
I mean, like, you can go in the book and see when every time they write it down, it's about every time they do it.
No kidding.
Yeah, he'll come up here, and that's his tradition. Every time he'll strip down to his undies and go jump in.
He got to go jump in Eads Creek, and
Damn.
he said he got up today. He got about to his chest, and he started feeling that tightness, and was like, he's losing his breath. He's like, all right, time to get out.
Dang.
But I was saying, we went to that deer camp, and so me and Dad went down to the river and took a bar of soap, and I waded into 11 Point in November during gun season. It was a cold gun season that year, and I got in that river and took a bath, and it was about it lasted about 30 seconds to a minute, but it was a the whole time. But man, I felt so much better after I was clean.
You know what? I got into there last year doing a lot of ice baths, and that's one thing that I will say about an ice bath. Like, they suck, you know, but like, after you dry off and you get warmed up, you feel amazing. Like, so
rejuvenated.
I've got that disc problem in my lower back, and it hurts a lot. There is nothing that will take back pain away from me like doing that. Like, I mean, like, after I get in that ice bath and sit for a while, when I come back out, it's just like,
you need one of them super fancy ice tubs that's got the circulating water.
I'd like that.
I've got a blow-up one that I need to use, but yeah, one of them that's sustained would be awesome.
Well, I'd like to get one of those, like, aluminum feed
trough,
not feed trough, but water trough, and then, you know, drill a hole in there, put a pump on there,
and circulate your water.
You can actually buy these cold pumps that, you know, like, actually heat.
Yeah, because ice is expensive to keep. I mean, it's $5 a bag, and then, like, every day, that's no, I can't do that.
You know what I heard? This is an interesting fact, and I don't know how true it is, but they said that
straight from the horse's mouth.
They said, or wherever I heard it, said that getting in an ice bath stimulates the same amount of dopamine as taking a line of cocaine.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I've never felt like.
You want to compare?
I'll tell you this much: like, I don't really want to ever do cocaine if that's what it is, because, like, all I get out of it is just like, oh. You know, it's like, you're just fighting your mind, and you're like, you can't wait to get out, and you're like, oh. It's not very enjoyable, but it, like I said, it does make you feel good afterwards, just after your body gets the tingles and you warm up.
I remember you getting in that one at your house, and, like, Dustin, it's like you look mad. Like, you get in and he's just like, you're just like, because your muscles are like, you're tensing up so
like
much.
You're freaking, my mom went blank. Ronnie Coleman on stage, just a little darker. But
that is one thing about those things is, I mean, it's ultimate mind control. Like,
that's all it is.
Like, I'll never forget. Like, I just got to get in, like, this deep, dark place in my mind, and I just got to, like, stare at a squirrel's balls. Or whatever.
Want to help me find my nuts?
No, but you just got to, like, really lock in on something and just think about it, and just, like, I mean, it's rough.
Yeah, they are.
I talked Logan. We had to bust. It was cold, like cold.
It was wintertime. It was like it was a random.
There was like that much
layer of ice that thick on the top of the water.
You guys sent me a video of that,
and he busted it up.
Yeah, you sent me a video,
and then I got in it
2 years ago.
He talked me into it.
Yeah. Then you get out, you're beat red.
Mm-hmm. I've done dumber stuff. I mean.
Dude,
we decided to go swimming in your pond in January that time when we were.
We've done it in the snow at my neighbor's place.
It was at your old house in.
Yeah, that's when your muscles locked up.
Yeah, that got a little scary.
Oh, boy.
We go into the pond and we're like, all right, let's just who can stay in the longest. And so, like, we go in, like, Nathan, I think he went in, he kind of got out, and then Dustin went up to about chest deep or something, and he was like, all right, and he turned around and he got out of the water, and I was like, I'm going to go farther. So I got to where
I jumped.
I had to, like, swim. I got to the part where I really couldn't touch the bottom anymore, and I swam out to where I was, like, having to swim, and, like, all of a sudden I'm trying to swim, and I'm like, oh, my muscles are, like, locking up.
Boy.
I'm going to drown in this cold water. I got turned around, and I doggy paddled my way back to where I could touch again, but that was a little scary. And then we get out, and the cold air is just like, it hurts my skin. I'm like, let's go back to the house and grab our clothes and run back to the house.
It's all fun and games until you actually lock up. Me and Trevor used to go to Bear Creek and jump in that water just odd times. Me, him, and Hunter were riding around one time. Me and Trevor were home on leave, and I hate cold water. Like, don't like it.
Yeah.
Although I will do.
Not even a cold shower?
So I do cold shower. I do cold showers.
Turn the cold water on at the end and just let it run on you?
So like nowadays, like my mindset's like, okay, I see the benefit of it. I'll do it. I don't do it. I need to get back into it, but I was doing it for a while. But growing up, like cold water to me was a no. Hell no, ain't doing it. So we weren't even drinking. We didn't drink back then. I was probably 22, 23. Very seldom drank. Like we were stone cold sober. Just driving around. I was like, hey, let's go rope swing off of there by the Iron Bridge on Bear Creek. I'm like, yeah,
sounds legit.
Yeah, sounds good. And I skipped down in nothing but rubber boots and my underwear.
Sounds like you and Kyle when you did your cold water challenge.
Trevor jumped off and he, oh, that's cold. It's cold. He's not too hyped up. I'm like, well, this directly where the rope swing is, there's a channel that runs through primarily. Then there's this little spring that runs through. That's not warm. Very, 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 very cold.
Yeah, very, very.
And where you land, it's like the meeting point, like the crest of that cold water and coldest water you ever felt. And it was December, right before Christmas. When this was muzzleload season before it was like it is now. I jumped off of that dude, and I swear that I never submerged myself in water, but I did. I thought I was Jesus and walked on water. Trevor, like, he said, like, as I was hitting the water, like, as my feet went in, I was just, the look on my face was like colder, coldest. And when I went underwater, I came up and was just screaming out of there. My rubber boots were, of course, filled with water. Why I jumped off of rubber boots, I don't know. I took off running, and I had like a 200-yard run to get to the truck, and I jumped in. I'm like, somebody drive and turn the heat on. Like, I'm done.
I am
But
done.
like you said, like being locked up.
Yeah.
Sometimes that water was fairly deep where the spring ran through it, made a little runoff in the big old rocks, But I don't know. My adrenaline kicked in, and I took off in 10th gear.
Yeah.
Coldest water was the time that I didn't get in it, but remember when Ryan fell in the lake up there in Wisconsin whenever we were we went on a basketball tournament. So it's like December or January because we were during basketball season, in high school, and they always have those like around Christmas tournaments and stuff or whatever. We went to this college it's called Northland, and it's way up there in Wisconsin. It was cold.
Maybe Alexa knows where it's at.
Maybe. And I forget where exactly it was because we went to Watertown. That's where Dustin went to school. That was at Maranatha. Mm-hmm. He actually went there for a semester.
Yep.
Different. That's a story for another time. But we went to that place at Northland.
I'm going to slip away and get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
But we went up there and...
Will you bring me a cup on there? Yeah. Little swigger?
We... Do you want to take a break and you check his battery? Check the battery.
I think I'm good. I'll have him touch the screen when he comes back. It'll be good.
Okay. Well, anyways, we went to this college, and of course, like our principal and everything, we get it there, and he's like, guys, nobody do anything stupid. You're representing our school. Like, don't do anything. So, of course, it was our friend group because we were always the ones who did everything that you weren't supposed to. And
thank you, sir. Do you care to touch the screen on that and make sure we're still at least a quarter battery?
We just started walking around campus.
To be on the top right. Yeah, we're like half battery, aren't we? Yep. Okay, we're good. We're good.
But like we go walking around campus after we get there because like they're find your dorm room because we're staying in the college dorms. Like they put us up in the dorm rooms at the college and stuff, and we would stay. Usually had a couple of a college kid was in there too, but we had to share their dorm room.
Yeah.
So like, but we get out and we're all walking around, and they have a pond or a lake there on campus, and we go down. We're checking it out, and they got a floating dock on the lake. So we're out there on the dock, and all of a sudden we start, moving it, rocking it back and forth, and we're jumping around on it and being stupid,
doing what boys do.
And our buddy Ryan falls into the lake, and he ruined his mom's camera. She had a brand new digital camera that was in his pocket in his coat. No. But the point is, he falls in the lake, and it goes into hey, we got to get our buddy because it's cold. I'm surprised it wasn't completely froze over, but it was cold. And he gets in that water, and he's freaking out. He's trying to get back onto the dock, and so we reached down, I reached in there, and pulled him back up, and then we're still a pretty good ways away from the dorms because we're out at this. And so I took him, and I had my Letterman jacket, and I just put him inside of my jacket because I produce a lot of body heat, and I was like. I put him in my jacket, and I was like, we got to get him back to the dorm now. So we walked back, and
You know the other night we were talking about you can't outrun the bear.
Yeah.
Well, in this instance, you're glad the bear was running with you.
Yep.
Yeah. So we get him back, and we had to do just put the whole thing. We got him in the dorm. Like, dude, strip him down, put some blankets on him, and like warm up his core.
Yeah. Somebody get down naked and
just to make sure he
him.
didn't get hypothermia, because that's just scary stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he didn't. He was fine. But it was really funny because like the next day, we go in and they feed us there too. And it's like it's college cafeteria style, and everybody's like going through. And so our principal, like he's going through the line to get his breakfast, and like these college kids are all like, "Man, you hear about those dumb high school kids that fell in the lake last night?"
Yeah.
No riff. That's all they said was, "You hear about those dumb high school kids that fell in the lake last night?" And then he's just like, I bet I know who that was. And so then he like comes and asks us about it the next day, and we're like, yeah, it was us.
Yeah.
It was. He's like, let me guess, Logan, Dustin, Ryan. You would be correct. It was the usual suspects.
You want to talk about being boys and doing stupid stuff like that? Like, so we, back in the day, my buddy Ethan's grandma and her grandpa went out of town for like 7 days.
You really want to go there? You really want to start? You want to go down this?
We'll go down here.
You want to go down this trail?
This is just, anybody out there watching, don't try this at home. Like, take from our experience. This is bad. So we
Send it.
they were like,
Yeah.
they were out of town for like 7 days. They're like, if you guys want a house sit, then you're welcome to stay there. So
It started with Ethan used to do this, and then like I would go and stay with him.
Yeah.
And like because his grandparents, his grandpa was like a insurance adjuster for crops. And
he traveled
every year during storm time or whatever, he had to go up to like Iowa and stuff, and like go do insurance stuff or whatever he had to do for crop damage and whatever. And they'd be gone for like a month, and they need somebody to watch their house. So we'd house sit for him, and that was always the batch pad.
Yeah, so that's what we called it, the batch pad.
Mustard and cheese on the ceilings.
And so, anyways, one night we were
Project
we kept it
X.
clean.
And
we had to keep it clean.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, there was no alcohol involved. We was just
Being
young.
I used to do more stupid stuff sober.
So one night I found his grandma's blouse nightgown. I put that sucker on. His grandpa's cowboy boots. His grandpa's cowboy hat, and I had a guitar.
So this image is great.
So I'm chasing Logan around. Well, anyway,
mind you, he's wearing the gown, but he's got nothing else on underneath the gown. He's just wearing an old grandma's nightgown.
So, anyways, we stumble upon, through this little escapade of us gallivanting through the house, we stumble upon a jar that says Mountain Ice. And it's like, for what? Not hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoids and toothpaste.
we found out you do not want to use it for hemorrhoid cream because we get the bright idea. We're like, he's like, hey, Dustin, I bet you won't smear that on your nuts.
Like,
Dude, does every guy
hot,
have?
but worse.
I done this
like
with
Tiger
arthritis.
Balm.
I done this with arthritis cream, and it made. I thought
That's kind of what this stuff was, like an arthritis cream. It was for old people for pain and
me and Trevor done it one night, dude, and I thought I was going to die. And I'm not playing it up. Like I thought, I would have just soon took a 410 to the freaking forehead.
So this is how. Yeah, I know
So I
exactly.
guess it's a guy thing.
So like, I take a little bit, dab it.
We get curious. We can't help ourselves.
I smear a little bit down there. About 5 minutes, dude, it starts hurting. And I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And like Logan looks at me and he's like,
it can't be that bad.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, you do it then.
Yeah, that's exactly how ours happened.
He put his on and like, nothing's happening at first. And he was just like,
And then takes a minute to soak
so then he
in.
starts making these faces, and I'm like, "Oh, come on, you're just playing, you're just faking." So by that time, I'm like, "All right, here, fine.
Yeah.
I'll swipe some on."
So actual icy hot on your nuts isn't that bad. When people talk about, you put icy hot on your nuts, you're like, no, you don't understand.
Yeah.
I did have a guy do that in football one time, and that was not a good time.
But even icy hot doesn't feel good.
No. It's
I
not,
put icy hot on my legs in sports,
it's
and then
not
you
a
sweat, and
he did the same thing. A guy I played football with, his like put it on his thighs because his legs were really sore. So he put
stuff.
And he had his muscles were sore, probably from lifting and just football, But he put icy hot on his thighs, and then he was wearing like spandex underwear, like
holding it in,
and he got to sweating, and it rode up into his crotch, and he was just like, He's like running around.
I'm telling you,
my balls are on fire.
Whatever this was, like it was just an off-brand arthritis cream. Like Trevor's dad.
It wasn't like horse liniment, was it?
I don't know. Lotion on the ski.
Whatever this stuff was, mountain ice.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like ice.
and that's like oil. It's like an oil substance, so it doesn't just wash off, dude. We were sitting there with ice cubes on our nuts, butt naked in front of the fan, in box fans. Were you doing the same thing?
No, we jumped in the shower together, and we had no shame.
No,
Like,
it was like, get this off of me now.
so you were washing his nuts?
No.
Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth.
No.
My wife's gonna kill me. You don't need to talk about that.
Don't talk about those stories.
Hey, this is the Journey Unknown podcast.
What happens at deer camp stays at deer
beat your own
camp,
path.
except for
Let's
that.
just say before
Beat your own path. Don't take the path that's beaten.
Let's just say before anybody judges us, try it yourself. See if you don't do the same.
Well, now before this, you said don't try this.
Yeah.
Hey, it's up to you.
Now it's like I'm contradicting myself.
Yeah.
Like, try it.
What's
I want somebody to feel this pain.
No.
yeah, yeah.
I don't.
If you guys, so give us some feedback. If you guys have done this or know somebody, I'm not.
I mean, we
please
can't
don't
be the
please-
only one.
Don't
Put it in
go,
the comments.
Yeah, don't go and just do it because you hear it. But let us know. Like, give us something to talk about. We'll talk about it with you.
And
you
we
know,
won't judge.
And I might. It's
We listen and we don't judge.
Yeah, exactly.
'cause promise you, if you've done something, we've probably did it or done something that we are afraid to tell you about because yours is not as bad as ours.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's
Me
like-
and Logan were having some conversations last night that aren't going to leave my mouth of like just stupid stuff we did as kids. And It's
Yeah.
just like, what were we thinking? Like
You,
like,
you weren't.
Exactly.
We weren't thinking. Got to do some growing up.
Oh man.
You can't be old and wise without being young and dumb.
Exactly.
That's right. Yeah,
Was that the same time too? We did naked snow angels in like
Yeah.
a foot or 6 inches of snow.
the snow was outside. And we just went and like ran off to the front porch and just fell face down in the snow.
Yeah, and it looked like it was funny because our like, I still remember Ethan took a
body
picture
outprint.
of the body outprint. It was like a perfect body outline, like right where the
Carrot.
the stuff was. It was like a little boop boop.
You're laying down and face down in snow, and
Why is your nose deeper than your wiener?
it was cold. All right. But the stuff that we did was like, why did we do it? I don't know, just because it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Just like talking that one podcast we did, used to hit people in the nuts and stuff like that. Back in the day, we used to. It was a pastime of ours. We played a game called nuts, and that's where like balls.
We called it balls.
You line up on two sides of a room and you take a basketball, whatever kind of object you could find, and see who could.
You watched Jackass.
Yes,
we did.
We grew up
That era inspired our a lot of stupidity.
This is Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
Yeah. I'd say that's what that's where we.
The only time when Dustin was going to be deadly accurate was when he was playing against me, and I'm just going to take a pounding because he's going.
Dude, like when I got on with him,
He
it was
couldn't
like,
miss, and
yeah.
he just. I'm sitting there. Oh,
Ain't even at that moose knuckle.
well, you remember the time. You remember the time that
You
you
may
and
want to
Ryan.
edit some of this. I don't know.
Oh no, it's going. It's all going.
You remember the time when you and Ryan bought the cups?
Yeah, I
On
think
the-
I talked about
Yeah,
that.
we did.
Did you talk about that one?
We've already mentioned half of this stuff on the podcast. So
I
it's,
didn't see. I actually haven't seen that episode yet, but
if they're not intrigued by then, they ought to be now or left the conversation.
well, that was how you discovered the secret hidden talent of me back in the day, because you and Ryan are sitting there trading punches to the crotch because you bought those cups.
Oh, yeah.
And like our youth pastor walks into
You
the
can
hotel
take-
room and he goes, "What is wrong with you guys?" Because they're sitting there just like, boom, "Oh, you punched me." But he didn't know they had those cups in, and then they like ran over and they punched me, and he's like, "Is he wearing one too?" And I was like, "No, no, he's not."
Wow.
What the heck?
Ball busting is a fetish.
No,
You can
not
make
for
some
me.
money.
We used
You
to,
can make money.
yeah. Let's all line up and kick Logan in the nuts. Sell
Let's
it.
not.
Yeah, that's.
It was just a weird. I don't know. It hurts. It doesn't feel good. It's just the way it like I could
You could take
it more than other people could. And like I don't know. Just,
We're not gonna take it.
Oh, Ryan, we used to call him cotton
Cotton
balls.
balls.
Because, I mean, you could have a gust of wind that blew too hard. He'd be like, oh! And then he'd roll around for 5 minutes. I'm like, come on, get up.
Yeah. That ain't that bad. Ain't near as bad as mountain ice.
Yeah, you just need some mountain ice on there.
So if you guys that listening out there haven't found out yet, this is a strictly hunting podcast. And if
We don't stray away from it at all.
Stray away from anything.
Yeah, if
We're
you
not
ain't
talking about deer
hunting, we
camp.
ain't talking nothing.
Just telling stories, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's unknown.
Wait, let's tie that back into deer camp. The stories that this place can tell, like that's what part of the experience of going to deer camps and stuff is about, the stories that you make,
As a
the
kid,
memories that you make.
Yeah, your dad's like, hey, don't tell your mom about what I'm about to say. Or don't, or you had a beer at 12 years old or something. Like the things that just only happen at hunting camp, and it's a rite of passage.
Well, just in my mind, I'm thinking, so like this year was the first year I came up here and spent the entire gun season.
I wish I would have brought clothes and to stay with you guys this weekend. I was in a hurry today, and I've never actually stayed here with you guys.
You haven't.
I will at some point.
Eventually. But the thing is, like Scott's always got the farm, so you always it's not too far from here. So
No,
you want
I could
you,
go
you
there
want to
and
go
hunt.
hunt your farm, and then you just end up used to it was right there, so you just go home because it was right there on the farm. Now you live a little bit away from it. It's still not that far from here.
No.
And you could. Why would you stay here at camp when you could go home? But
Well, I like getting away.
you
and
got
just-
mama at home.
I know, but dude, I like
kids
being with my buddies too, and hanging
Yeah.
out at deer camp. I love deer camp, but it's almost like if I want to do it, I like deer camping where you can't go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anytime we've ever camped and you're within like driving distance, you find yourself constantly back and forth, and I love it whenever you're at one place, you don't have service here. Hell, there's been times where I brought my computer over. We've worked on computer stuff here. Like now we're podcasting. Just go take a ride. Just see where the night takes us. We went and got freaking ice cream in a tornado.
Yeah, we did.
we had to get milkshakes.
And that ain't no shit.
Yeah.
we drove through some of the absolute worst weather.
Yeah, and we were like, yeah, we shouldn't have been on the road, but
we need to go to Learjack. We got to get those milkshakes.
Yeah, they were good. But how they had even electricity, I have no idea because we drove through some shit.
Yeah. Ice cream will make a man do a lot of weird things.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, they will. it was all ice cream.
But that's the thing about like deer camp, man. It's like, seems like as I get older, me and Logan were talking about that because, you made the joke when I had Logan call you because I was on the phone with my wife, and you're like, see who.
I see who's really important or whatever.
more
and
important.
I said,
See who's
yeah,
more
exactly. And I said, nowadays, it's the bros before hoes thing. I said, that's out. I said, it's wife before life now.
The old happy wife, happy life saying is
but
very
what I'm
true.
saying is like I spend so much time, trying to be a dad, trying to be a husband throughout the year that like when deer camp rolls around, like she knows like I'm spending time with the guys. Like I don't care if it's just 20 minutes down the road, like I'm staying there and we're gonna have some fun. That's my time to decompress.
It was hard for me this year because like I just had a new baby this year.
You got a brand
and
new.
She's 6 months old,
She still got placenta breath.
and it was like, am I being neglectful by not like being there with my baby and everything? But it was like, it's deer season. Like I'm going to deer camp. But my wife's super cool. Tori was understanding.
Yeah.
And she let me. I have a wife that's, she's a good one. She lets me do that stuff, and she
Shout out
understands
to all the good wives out there.
Yeah. But she understood because I was like, she always makes this statement like anytime she does something, she's like, you knew what you were getting into when you started with me, and I'm like,
Just remember.
just remember. I'm like, you knew what you were getting into because
I work 9 months out of the year to have 3 months of whatever I have off I can't take off.
you're gonna be a deer widow for all of November.
That savings account that I had, it's gone.
I remember when me and my wife just like first, like I don't even think we were dating yet. I warned her that before we even started dating. I said, "What?
That's a good cup of Joe.
Oh, thank you." Yeah. But I told her, I said, like there's one thing that I said I want to make sure you're all right on. I said it's like you hunting and me, like that's something that I'm gonna do. Now I said I will respect you in any way, but I said don't ever try to pull me away from that because I said that's where we'll have problems.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I told Tori, it was like we had a relationship before we ever like got together.
Yeah.
We we were buddies, but
in a biblical way.
In a biblical way.
But no, we had a weird start to our relationship. But like when we finally like talked about it, I was actually sitting in my tree stand, like texting her, and she messaged me, and this is how we kind of started talking about like giving us an actual shot, and like where we, because I like stood her up before, and I never.
Ooh, you dirty dog!
I never would like commit to being in a relationship, and but I was finally like, you know, I've had some. I talked to my friends, and they're like, you know, she's a good girl. Like she's like, you should really give her a chance. And I was like, yeah, you're right. You know, I probably should just like actually, you know, try to be in a real relationship or whatever. And so I'm sitting in my tree stand. We were probably back behind maybe Eva's or something, but I was back there hunting with Dustin, and I'm in my stand texting her, and I was like, all right, look, if you can wait until after deer season, because I was like, I won't be able to give you my full attention if we start dating right now. I was like, I'm not going to be able to give you my full attention and all my time.
It's an ultimatum. An ultimatum.
No, it was just like, if you can wait until after deer season, I was like, we'll give us an actual shot. We'll start dating or whatever. And she was like, all right.
Yeah.
But she was like, that stipulation was there of like, I mean, I was like, I'm just being brutally honest with you. If we start dating right now, it probably won't work out because you're going to get mad because I'm like, hey, I'm going to go out to the woods. I'm going to go hunting.
Yeah.
And
we're in that like that not even honeymoon phase. You're in that like lust phase. And then all of a sudden like, well, I walked out in a bikini and he was in camouflage with deer paint on and going to the deer woods and whatever he's doing.
He wasn't paying attention to me.
Know, they're like, well, he said he liked hunting. I didn't realize that's what he did.
Yeah. His brain was not focused on me. His brain was off in the woods thinking about big bucks.
Could you imagine not knowing any of this? I mean, like, do you think people that never do this have some kind of longing for something that they're missing? I mean, it's bred into us. It's given into us to be like a predator.
We were probably like, we're raised in it, so it just seems more natural to us. But I'm sure there's got to be.
But we could have took after our parents that were only gun hunters.
There's people who are totally into some other thing though that's not anything related to hunting,
like being gay.
I don't know.
Yeah. But what do you do? We do be hunting. Be gay.
There's got to be some sort of maybe.
Once a bow hunter, always a bow hunter. Once a cocksucker, always a cocksucker.
People start golfing.
Well, I do like golfing. Golfing hates me.
But you don't take all your time and you don't think about it. You're not obsessed
have
about
golf camp.
Yeah, I have golf camp. Yeah,
we hit balls.
This one time in golf camp.
Golf camp?
Pulled out my 9-iron. No, I mean I don't know, dude. Like
it seems unnatural to us though to think, how could you not love?
I lust hunting.
I do, man. I literally do it while I'm in the stand sometimes. What do they call that? A timber tug?
A timber tug, yeah.
As you said, you ain't never done it. You freaking lying.
You're lying.
Dude, my boss, he used to tell us, he's like, you know, if you ever get lost in the woods, he said, just sit down on a
timber
log.
Tug only falls on the north side of the tree.
He said, just sit down on a log and start jacking off. He's like, somebody will walk up on you.
Somebody will walk up.
Believe me. That's what Grandma always said.
He's like, is this where you want to be when Jesus comes back?
So have you ever noticed, like, have you ever been to somewhere and you're like, you look around and you got to fart really bad and you're like, okay, nobody's there. So you're, and then as soon as you let it out, here comes your waitress or something like that.
Dude, no,
like,
it's the grocery store. Or you're walking the aisle. You're the only person on the aisle at DG or something. You're just like, oh, I just got like let one out and then somebody like walks around they walk into the aisle and I'm like, oh, I'm out of here.
Whenever you're lifting, do you just fart uncontrollably?
Sometimes. I mean, it depends on what I ate the night before.
I know, but like
sometimes I poop my pants if I go too hard. You know?
Especially like do you take pre-workout in the morning?
Yeah.
What's your pre-workout of choice?
Right now I'm doing some crack. That's actually the name of the pre-workout.
I take this homegrown stuff called crack.
It's called crack cocaine.
No, it's actually the name of the pre-workout, but
oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's called crack.
Deer cane.
I never messed with that pre-workout stuff. I took it
I used
one
to not
time.
Take it when I was in school. I didn't take it.
Well, I took it. Got back into working out a little bit years later, like when I started my job, because I used to work 4 to 12. I worked 4 to midnight every night. And the guys I worked with, we had a gym there on campus up at Sears, and so it was like, it was an easy, no gym membership. We had to pay, but we had a full weight room and everything, and it was like, we'll just go after work. We get off at midnight. I usually wasn't going to bed till like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Anyway,
you got to wind down
because you got to wind down. You go home and you're like, so we're like, if we're just gonna, or we'd sit out in the parking lot and talk till 3 in the morning, and then we'd finally leave and go home. But it was like, if we're gonna do that, why don't we just go up to the gym and work out?
Yeah.
And we all started kind of going up there to lift, and we'd have your buddies in there, and it was a nice, easy environment. Put the radio on, turn the music up loud, and just start banging weights,
Yep.
And no, it was
I'm gonna get you good.
Heavy
favorite
metal,
song, favorite
rock. You gotta have some heavy metal when you're lifting.
I listen to some Billy Joel radio on Spotify. Dude,
that's what you listen to when you lift?
No, but it's killer, man. I've been listening to that the last couple of days. Like, some of the songs are kind of like, I may change it, but most of the songs, like, I actually find a station.
Like some Five Finger Death Punch. Like,
I like Five Finger Death Punch.
That's the kind of stuff I need whenever I'm lifting.
So much, gosh darn, feelings in my
Metallica,
head.
like
some Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. Yeah, man, rocking.
In football, the guys would always get like it was like Pantera, Metallica.
See, I'm not a big fan of Pantera and Metallica.
That was our music to lift to in like football and stuff because like you want that aggression. That
so you guys realize like Nickelback's like old now, and I loved Nickelback growing up.
So dude,
I always loved Nickelback.
Creed,
yeah.
Like Creed is like classic.
If you say you don't like Nickelback, you're lying. It's okay. We know that you actually like Nickelback.
I still like a few of their new stuff too. Every once in a while it comes out.
Heaven's Gate.
Hey, we went and saw them a couple years ago in concert.
Good
in St. Louis. They were amazing. Yeah, they put on a great show, and like it was cool because our girls they listen to a lot of our music too.
Their kids are coming out with a band. It's called Quarterback.
Me and Logan.
It's because of inflation.
Yeah, it was gonna be Penny, but they stopped making it.
Yeah, they don't make pennies anymore.
I'm bringing Penny back.
No, we bought tickets because it was like the day before my dad's birthday, and Dad likes he likes some of their songs. They had like a few of Nickelback's like bigger songs.
I don't think my dad could even spell Nickelback. He doesn't know who they are.
On their mom they put them on their playlist because they go to the river all the time. They just want to listen to music. But I was like, hey, let's get tickets. Let's take Dad for his birthday. It'll be cool. It was actually Nickelback and Brantley Gilbert.
Ooh,
they put on a really good.
He's a rocker.
Yeah, he's country, but and Dad. So that was cool because
he's got a rock system to him.
He didn't know any Brantley Gilbert songs. He goes to the concert and he was like, I like this guy. He likes what he stands for.
Yeah,
and then he's like downloading his songs.
He's a red-blooded American.
It's on his playlist, and now like we were on the river the other day, or this last summer, and like one of his songs came on that "Bury Me Upside Down," and so the whole world can kiss my ass.
Yeah, Dad, absolutely.
He liked the message of that song, and he's like, I'm adding that to my playlist. But we went to the Nickelback concert, so it was those guys, and it was a great show. We had a great time, and I got to take my mom and dad, and then my wife and kids, and we all had a good time. So
cool.
Yeah, I like that Brantley Gilbert song. I heard it the other day while I was at the gym, actually, that Me and My House. Mm-hmm. Like, dude, that sucker like gave me chills, and I'm like, dude, you know what?
Is it a new one?
Yeah.
It's one of his newer ones.
He's talking about, like, because it's going off that Bible verse, but for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's like, man, I'm glad. It's cool to see, like,
he stopped his partying and stuff like that, too.
It's good to see artists, like, not being ashamed to, say that what they believe in anymore.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much stupid stuff, like Jason Aldean getting...
He says what he thinks, like, and when he means it, and, like, I like that because he stands behind what he's saying, and you can tell, like, in his music that he really... He believes what he's saying, and he stands for something, so that's good. Like, I respect it.
So this is how crazy the world is nowadays. Like, there's a song, it's a Christmas song, and I can't remember. My buddy was telling me what it was, but I can't remember. But basically, the lyrics of it are like, "It's cold outside. Maybe we should go in and warm up." And
the "Baby It's Cold Outside" song.
I guess that's
the one that got so controversial.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Yeah, so they're wanting to
weather outside is.
No, that's a different.
That's a different one.
So you might know
Jingle
this.
Bells.
Are they trying to ban that? Or
oh yeah, they already went through that. It was like a few years ago.
Why?
They tried to ban it because they said it was rape culture.
So
my!
So they're
got kids. Then you got freaking
suggestive
what's
lyrics.
The damn tennis player going into place and talking about there's a cotton bowl as decoration. It said that's racist for having cotton.
As part of your decoration.
Yeah, she had some fancy lingo of being just shut the hell up.
Well, what?
Why
would you ban that song, which is an old traditional thing?
But then every rap song talking about gang banging and shooting and shit.
The number one played song in the world is WAP, which is talking about how moist a girl's vagina is. And it's like 6-year-old girls are listening to this song on TikTok. So I'm like, and you want to ban a Christmas song that says, "Baby, it's cold outside. Maybe we should go in and warm up." Wink, wink. In the voice of Sam Elliott. You know, like, man.
Yeah, that was a few years ago when that happened. They were talking about trying to like ban that song or whatever. Because
that's insane.
They sang it in Elf. Have you ever watched the movie Elf? Whenever,
in the shower.
The shower. They start singing the duet because it was a duet song. That song. If you look up the lyrics to it though, they're saying like the guy is just only trying to talk the girl and going inside so they can hook up.
Well, what guy? Like, that's normal. Like, you know how many times I've done that to my wife?
It's cold outside. Let's go in and warm up.
Like
maybe you might want to warm me up a little bit. Wink.
Yeah. But yeah, that was.
I can't feel my appendages.
They said it was like rape culture or whatever, and they were.
Holy God.
That was the. Yeah.
I think they're just like, I think America's just backwards right now. It's because they've taken God out of everything.
Absolutely.
And then it's just spiraled into a freaking
and now they're trying to bring it. They're trying to bring it back in, and it's like, oh no, that's not right.
Snowflakes couldn't.
But at 4 years old, you can freaking figure out what kind of gender a child's going to be. Just ask him.
Yeah. Exactly.
Holy shit.
Yeah. We're getting fired up now.
Yeah, but give me another cup of coffee, by God. It's about to work on me.
We're talking about what we stand for.
You want another cup?
Hey, yeah. I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna take me another peach shot and a thing of coffee. I was getting a little bit sleepy eyed here a minute ago, but we'll make her happen.
Buckhorn peach.
Yeah, baby. Man, I don't know. To ban that song, why? I mean, come on.
I don't know, man. Excuse me.
I don't know.
I couldn't tell.
I'd rather go deer hunting.
I'd rather go deer hunting. Go deer camp. Don't got to worry about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, hey, I'm going to. I'll be going to Texas.
The PC
in a couple
culture
months.
has like really ruined a lot of stuff.
The what culture?
PC, the politically correct stuff, like all the PC.
Man.
Like,
yeah, don't hurt somebody's feelings.
Yeah, toughen up. All right, toughen up, Buttercup. But yeah, you said you're going to Texas.
Stop being an L7 weenie.
L7 weenie.
Yeah, you know what's that off of?
Oh my gosh!
Come on. The Sultan of SWAT, the Titan of Terror.
Is it? Oh yeah, it's
Come on.
Sandlot.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, I had to think, it just slipped my mind for a second. I'd be disowned if I didn't know Sandlot.
Yeah.
Sometimes my brain doesn't come up with it right away.
I know. If I'm ever doing like trivia, my mind will go into complete shut off mode.
See, that's the
I may know everything
for me. If you want to get down with like a trivia night deal, call
really?
This guy
well,
right
you're pretty calm and collective. You're always the one that like brings us down a notch when it's needed. Thank you,
my
kind
brain.
That's hot.
Whew, don't spill it on your ball.
Yeah.
We'll have to get some Mountain Ice cooling down.
This ain't
a good plug in here. I'm wearing some Vika gear. Thank you guys for helping me out this fall. I'm loving your stuff. It's comfortable. It works. It's effective. I can kill a doze occasionally. You know. I want to thank Ronnie Kaufman and Brad Muse for helping us out with their mineral and protein products. Right now, they're at ATA in Indiana. If you guys hear this and you're there, let us know. Hey, I met them guys. I'm sure you're going to say they're cool ass dudes because they are. They'll be in Texas right before we get down there. I'm hoping they can.
Is that the Whitetail Greens guys that you?
No, Whitetail Greens is another one. He's from Greenville. He's a local boy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. We're all partners with each other. But we got Whitetail Greens food plot stuff, and like I said before, if it wasn't for Whitetail Greens and the Bayou Rack and Antler Edge, I would not have killed my buck this year. There's no reason for him to stick around for that long in a small area. But you got good guys backing up good products that's affordable, and they're all family people, working people, blue collar like we are. And I just want to thank you guys for believing in us, and we believe in you and appreciate relationship.
I'm going to have to try some of that this year because I'm actually going to put food. I let my property grow up this year, and so this year I'm really going to start trying to get food plots back in there and see how they do. So
he's always gaining on some different products and stuff, man. And like for me, I'm wanting to get into some of his like.
You need a good food plot at your house. You've got the space for it, and like. You've got deer that hang around there. You get a food plot going there, you'll keep them around there. And
you get some of that barrier growth that will like cover from like where you don't want to be seen. Some cover stuff.
Some of that?
Yes, he does. Yeah,
it grows. Awesome.
It grows fast.
Some screen plot
some screen stuff. And I don't remember the name of it offhand, so forgive me for that.
Oh.
But I think it does have some of that Egyptian wheat or Egyptian
like that.
Egyptian
I think
ryegrass.
it's got some of that in there, but it'll grow really fast to like 10 to 14 foot tall. Put that in a strip, man, and all those poachers are gonna have a whole lot harder time.
Well,
that's what that Vanish that Ethan used to put in front of his blinds was. It had that Egyptian whatever stuff in it, and it grew. It was like 12
well, that's
foot
another thing too. Is like if you got a little or a decent sized field, 2 acre field or something like that, instead of it. Plant the whole thing in a food plot, but then you can take that Vanish or whatever you use, that screen plot, and divide your field to where a buck can't just like stand at the very top, poke his head out, and look across the whole thing.
Get them a reason to poke their head in each individual
They've got
one.
to work that field.
Absolutely,
And so they're going to spend more time, checking for does and stuff like that, and potentially cross in front of your.
He can wind check it, but he can't just stand there and just look out there. Oh, they're not there, and then just move on. So you don't see. You got to make. You can strategically place it to where I'm going to be here because he's going to have to come over here to check this field if he wants to look in there and see.
And then you can stick a doe decoy, stick a doe decoy where just her butt sticking out of the grass.
And then also with that, like we're talking about, we're talking about Texas.
Baby, it's cold outside.
It's cold.
Wait, we live outside.
Banished.
We live out.
We're banned.
We're banned.
We're shadow banned like my Facebook right now.
You're gonna get kicked off of Spotify and everything.
We need to create our own media platform. That's what we need to do. I don't know how we can do it.
I don't know.
That's like Snoop Dogg, maybe he can come on and tell us.
We need Snoop on the podcast.
Give us some Snoop Doggy Dog.
No.
What's up, player?
Yeah, I am
everybody in the LBC.
I am excited about putting some food plots in because I noticed the years that I do put food plots in, deer are all over. And this year,
it takes a few years to establish. That scares me. That scares me. I'm telling you right now, I get.
It's Chucky.
Talk about being scared is yesterday when we were up here, just me and Dustin, and we're sitting there at the table over there eating or something, and then it sounds like somebody's trying to rip the door off and knocking at the door to come in and get us, and we're about to get up, where's a knife or something, and it was just the wind. We didn't shut the storm.
Oh, dude, it was super windy.
It was super windy last night, but we didn't shut the storm door, and it just
there was 2 storm cells last night that were tornado potential.
Really,
going from Van Buren through Elsinore Mill Spring. In our line, I'm like,
we don't need that again.
Somebody shared it last night. I only saw one post on it, so maybe it was a smidgen of clutter, but they had 2 cells that were tornado possibilities.
Could have had a little bit of rotation in them.
They had rotation.
If you watch Grant Dade, he gets all jacked up about rotation.
Yeah. Fellas, you guys continue on. I had to take a leak. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah, that tornadoes that came through Piedmont area and Des Arc and wiped, that was bad.
Devastated them, yeah. We just drove through the other day. I was driving by through Fremont on 60, and you can see some of the damage because that same one that went to Des Arc, I think, went through Fremont first. And then this last spring, turkey hunting, Dad took me out down that road that goes towards Peck Ranch or whatever, and we were turkey hunting over there, and you drive through a spot where you can just see right where the tornado just come right over these hilltops, and this whole ridge, the entire side of the hill is just trees broken and twisted over. It was massive when it came through there. And then it crossed the river and it kept on going up, and that's when it I think it's the same one that ended up hitting up at Des Arc, and it just leveled. Did you have to go and help with all the cleanup up there and stuff?
And that's that's the one thing I seen during that whole time is it's sad that it happened, but there's also a beautiful side to that is because you see people coming out of the woodwork,
community pulling together,
And it does bring people together. Now, I don't want it ever to happen just to see that, but it is neat to see the community pull together, and even people outside the community. Just donating their time.
Yeah,
people bringing chainsaws up.
It's unfortunate that it has to be a disaster. Bad things have to happen, but it shows that there's still some good in the world. That people pull together to help out when we need. That's maybe it's. You see it on large scale, major disasters, when there's been big time hurricanes and stuff that hit over in the East Coast and down in Florida. It's people will send relief to those areas, but in our area, it's not a national disaster. It's just a local disaster, but people still come in and help out, and it's everybody pitching in makes that just a little bit better,
Yep, that's for sure.
it's good to see the small town, feel in the small town community, people still helping out their neighbors.
Well, it's like too, back to the stupid way that America thinks nowadays on their views and stuff. Like, when they tried to ban old Jason Aldean's, try that in a small town, like. I don't know. I don't even have any words to say how stupid that is. It's like, whoever banned that ain't ever been in a small town.
No, well, they said he was talking about like the
racist.
Primarily the racist. Well, yeah. You know what?
I don't care if you're black,
One
white,
guy got
yellow,
freaking
brown.
shot, and the whole city erupted in a fiery disruption. I'm sorry, you do that everywhere, you become a statistic. I said it.
Yeah,
I said it.
Yeah, and I don't care if you're black, white, brown, whatever you are. You come in and you start causing problems. Like, I mean,
it's going to be bad.
It's going to settle
gonna
it.
be
I mean,
bad.
that's part of being in a small town.
Yeah, it's.
You call it small town mindset or whatever, but you grew up on a certain set of morals and ethics, and usually some kind of religious background, and it just,
it's called being a man.
It's an eye for an eye,
American citizen. Honestly,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, you're defending your rights.
You're exercising your rights.
Exactly. Yep. Don't get him fired.
Boy, we got fired up.
You ever drink any of that Black Rifle coffee?
Every morning.
Do you?
Every morning.
That's some good stuff.
Dude,
I like
love
that.
it. I love it, man.
Yeah.
I was watching a reel earlier in this Black Rifle coffee. Like, hey, the range is hot. And they hold up somebody down there down range. You're like, what? That's just old Henry or whatever. Raises up a shotgun, go boom. He's like, hey, you almost shot me. He's like, you're still alive, aren't you? Well, yeah. And it cuts it off, and it's like basically like let the comments decide for themselves. You have guys ring in from, oh, that's funny, to, whoa, that's not very safe. You shouldn't be portraying that. People are going to take it literally. Yeah, don't be an idiot. You know why? You know what surprises me? You read the warning labels on some things.
Do I? Is that what you're asking me?
I'm just in. I'm.
Or you think why does this have to have a warning label?
When you read it, it's like, man, that is so stupid. You know why it's there? Because they did it.
Yep.
You take the warning labels off things, just let natural selection take over. You'd have a lot less stupid people.
Yep.
Like COVID should have done.
Just
no, COVID was bad.
Start taking the warning labels off and let people figure out. And it's like, hey, nature will take care.
Tide Pods.
You can't fix stupid.
Yeah. Don't eat Tide Pods.
Yeah, man, it's just like a Jenga. You ever heard of Jenga?
Oh, yeah.
The game Jenga?
No.
Jenga. Maybe
we
Jenga.
got to try this sometime.
No, we don't.
Okay, never mind.
What are you talking about?
So
listen,
I heard this back whenever I was in high
like
school.
Ayahuasca tea or something?
No, it's worse. I shit a lot of tea.
Well, you do that with ayahuasca too.
Really?
You throw up and you poop your guts out.
That's terrible.
But then you go on like a spiritual journey trip and
No, I don't think that has any. I think this is just a really shitty idea. You're pooping, defecating in a bottle, and like ballooning it out in the sun, and huffing the gas, the methane.
I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm out.
I've done that under the covers before.
Oh yeah, man, it's like a
good old Dutch oven.
That's like a trophy. That was me.
But does it get you high? Because I've never felt high. I've just like felt an immense sense of like, let's get out of here.
I think it's a little difference between a flatulent and a week's worth of shit in a bottle.
Well, that's fermented probably.
Yeah.
I mean, just going to an outhouse or going to a porta potty on a job site in the summertime.
Yeah, and that's ventilated.
So
that's ventilated.
Speaking of this,
outhouses.
Funniest story that I can think of at deer camp was we was laying there in bed, and this is my RTG kicking in. We was laying there in bed one night, and we was like, talking about what our worst fear is in life.
That's not where I thought you were going, but yeah. This is good.
So, like, Ethan said his, I can't remember what his was. Logan said his, I can't remember.
Spiders.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Probably spiders.
And I thought about it for a second. I was like, one of my worst fears is like going in an outhouse and having to go poop really bad. And like all of a sudden, like somebody being down in that outhouse and just coming up with a dildo and just shoving it up my butt.
Damn.
And
whoa.
They started laughing. They started calling it.
I was like, the dildo wielding shit Rambo. I was like, there's this like some Rambo guy down there. He's got
a bandana.
Got his bandana tied on. He's just waiting for Dustin to sit down so he can just jump up and gotcha.
Well, that's unexpected.
That's Dustin's worst fear.
There's got to be we got to come up with a phobia name.
An irrational fear.
When we were in northern Missouri, me and Trevor hunting that management hunt, he kept going in the same bathroom, and eventually he was giving me like the option. Of course I didn't pick his. Every time he took a shit, it would splash back up on him.
They weren't
because it was like such a far drop.
Yeah. I'm like, are you putting toilet
it
paper
would make
down?
that noise you did, except
It's perfect. He's doing so good.
except a little deeper.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
You
know.
ever throw a
He's-
big
he-
rock? You ever throw a big rock into the water and then in
Yeah.
a pond
You
from a really
hear
high?
that splash, and he'd, oh my God. I'm like, it's splashed. Oh, it splashed me again.
Well, I was like, are these latrines not that deep?
I don't know, but dude, North Missouri done that to me up in Deer Ridge.
Yeah.
Would do
Those
it.
got a long way to fall, though.
Like I would poop and I'd hurry up and raise up real
I
quick.
hate those because they got that air chute, and it
Well,
takes the air
so
in and it blows
Trevor
cold
did-
air up on your butt.
Trevor did not know they were ventilated. He's like, why am I sitting down? He said, this air is so cold, it's freezing my butt and my balls. I'm like, Trevor, it's ventilated.
It's a
Or
ventilated.
he'd be like, man, I can feel air. Like, is something down here? Like he was freaking out. I'm like,
it feels like, smells like, sounds.
so like sounds.
It feels like Frosty the Snowman blowing on your butthole.
Yeah.
Like, baby, it's cold outside.
Yeah, ban it.
You are banned.
That's bad and wrong.
Or you can just be like Matt at Northern Missouri and just completely destroy a toilet.
Ooh.
You still have the picture on your phone, probably.
That was that Jaeger.
That was bad.
The Jaeger we talked about. You know, Jaeger is a hunting history.
Oh, yeah.
You know about it?
What? No, I just know that it's got the deer
Well,
on the
no.
bottle because it's supposed to. Jaeger in German means hunter. And then
That makes sense. That would have made our story a lot shorter the day we'd have known Jaeger means hunter.
Yep.
Because at the stag, it's a.
so it's like Jägermeister, so it's master hunter. Jägermeister, that's what the Meister part is, like master. And
What
then,
if I had a Jaeger? No, that's hunter.
have you ever seen Pacific Rim?
Part of it.
Well, that's like the Jaeger program, those big robots that they fought the kaiju's in.
I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I know what you're talking
Oh
about.
well, they built the giant, like these giant robots to fight the kaiju monsters or whatever. But they called them Jaegers because it's German for hunter.
I'll be damned.
And so Jägermeister, the old Jägermeister myth was that it had deer blood in it, but it's just
Yeah.
it has the big stag on it because it's it's supposed to be.
There's some history behind it, but there's a what I call that. There's a name for it. November 3rd is a day,
Yeah,
like the
I
day of
can't
the hunter.
remember
It's a represented holiday.
The hunter's moon.
Shoot, the hunt.
Yeah,
Heart.
yeah, something like that.
Man,
I know what
it
you're
starts
talking
with an H, doesn't it? Is an H?
I must have missed
think
that
so.
episode of the pod.
It's
so far.
this one hasn't loaded yet. This one will be up next week.
Okay.
Come on, Logan. You got to be a diehard fan. You got to listen to all
Man.
3 hours of these podcasts.
I usually watch them on YouTube, but
Thank you.
I'm a little bit behind.
Yes.
We've only got 8. You can't be that far behind. Yeah, we got 8 now, don't we? Yeah,
No,
so
you
I
just
can't-
so I
uploaded
didn't
one
say.
with Oakley.
that was number 8. So yeah, this is
Oh, was
episode
it?
9. Welcome to episode 9 of the Journey Unknown podcast. We're down here at Leroy's Hunting Cabin.
Yep.
Not the Pine Knot Lodge.
We're releasing some real personal information this time.
Yeah. This is where you start to get to know us. Either you're going to tune in or you're going to shut this off.
Yeah.
Like, this is boring. These guys are just telling stories about themselves now. They're not even talking about a topic.
We
Well,
had a
you
couple
know what?
topics. We had a couple.
This is my first time on the podcast.
I
Are
think
you having fun?
And I've been watching. Oh, I'm having a blast.
I think you're doing a fantastic
I've
job.
been watching these episodes and hearing stories about myself, and I was like, I got to come on here to defend myself.
Yeah.
I've heard stories about me a few times now, and I'm like, it usually goes back to the same story as about when I fell out of my tree stand. That was the one that you guys talk about a lot, and it's.
Well,
I mean, that if you want to
safety
see
is
that,
paramount.
you can still go on the Akron channel and find that was like one of our most viewed videos. Actually,
Yeah.
was talking
That
about
was the actual heartfelt video.
heartfelt video and tree stand safety and stuff. That was in
Was that
like
2020? 2019?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you when it happened.
I liked how we did that video, though. It turned out really good, and I think it got the point across. Like, that was a scary, dude.
Like, I know Ethan put his other videos on there, and it was like, you know, the clickbait words, all the stuff with the GoPros got a whole bunch of like 1,000 views or whatever because it had GoPro in it. So people automatically clicked on it. It got put in their algorithm. But that one was one of our true videos. like that we made with just our content. It was just telling a true story about something that happened that could happen to anybody. And it was one of those kind of like eye-opening situations.
Well, you know, like anytime you're talking about the algorithm and stuff like that, like if I got to do some stupid stuff to get famous, like screw that.
The thumbnail has to be.
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
I mean, I do enjoy creating cool thumbnails and making them look cool and stuff, but I mean, like
Clickbait.
no, I like just being me. I
Well,
mean,
that golf video that you made when me and Kyle went golfing, you said Logan actually hit a bird, and it was like because of birdie, because you guys he didn't know that golf terms like a birdie and everything.
Yeah, I'm not much.
So he was like, "What are you talking about, a birdie?" And I was like, and then I hit a ball into the pond and about smoked a duck. So it was, I hooked one bad or sliced or something. I don't remember. It was just nasty. It was a bad tee shot.
It's about golf season again.
Yeah, it'd be it's perfect weather for me because that's about the only time I want to go.
I like smashing golf balls.
I work with a guy who loves golf, and he loves to go. And he's like, "Man, we need to go." I'm like, "You ain't gonna get me out there if it's over 70 degrees." I can just tell you that right now because I sweat too bad. I'm fat, and I
golf cart with a fan.
I do not like to go out there. I was like, we did it one time. That time I think that we went and played, me, you, and Kyle, and by the end of 18 holes. I was actually couldn't even swing because I was getting cramps. I was getting muscle cramps like so bad because I was sweating like crazy.
Remember that time you did something in the 18th hole?
Oh no, that's 15th hole.
Was it the 15th?
Oh, but damn.
That's another one of them.
Meet me at the 19th green and wear something nice.
No,
The 9th green at 9.
no, that's when that's another one of our dumb, young, stupid. Like we thought we was.
We're not
funny.
going to tell that story.
Okay.
Can't put that one out there. Somebody might hear it and then.
Well, that's what is that? The length of time has been.
It's
Statute of limitations.
Yeah, statute of limitations. Like,
yeah, you're good, man. Let it air. Nobody watches this anyway.
Well, I let it air out.
oh boy, I hate to be the.
I mean, unless Scott edits it out or something, I don't know. I could tell you the story. You probably heard it before. You know what we're talking about?
No, but
Yeah.
don't make me work harder than what it is.
Yeah.
About to make a note that stop at 1:37 and
We'll edit this in post.
Yeah, that doing long podcasts like this, it would be hard to edit stuff because, like,
especially when I'm running
You'd
multiple
forget where
cameras.
something is.
well, even me just trying to go back and listen to like, because I'll be telling my wife like, yeah, we talked about this. You got to find
Yeah.
it, and then I'm like trying to find it, and I'm like, I can't remember.
Because
what
I've been trying to think of spots. I've been asking like go through and pick out a spot. And like, hey, episode 4 or 110, like make that a reel.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, if I don't have that on my paper, it's poof. It's in the cloud.
It's that what's the thing like from Wolf of Wall Street with Matthew McConaughey? He was like, it's just imaginary numbers or whatever, like that clip where he's
He's
talking about
gone.
this. It's into the wind. It's gone.
It's in the cloud.
That's what that reminded me of.
Yep. Oh boy.
Well, fellas, I still got a quarter up a deer.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's 11:59.
Oh, is it? Golly, man, that was not. I've really only been here for 4 hours.
Having too much fun, man.
I mean, not here, but
At the camp.
Deer
at the camp.
Having
4 hours. It was.
Time flies and you're having fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully, y'all have
Enjoyed
enjoyed the
Yeah.
randomness.
Yeah.
our nonsense.
I kind of like the random. It's fun.
That's the only way I know how to live. I mean, I
don't plan anything.
I could try to be a professional and just
Nothing sounds better than a plan B when you're flying by the seat of your pants.
Yeah, it's hard.
Plan B.
Hey, plan B, buddy.
Yeah.
No.
Well, Logan, how was his first time on the podcast? You like it?
Oh yeah, it's just like having a conversation with my buddies. That's
all we're
it
doing.
is.
Would you recommend it to somebody else?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I've been watching all the videos as they come out, and I encourage other people to go out and just check it out. I mean, it might not be your thing, but it's
we're not for everybody.
No, but I enjoy it myself. I just
Appreciate it.
I hope I don't watch this episode back and just. I always hate how I sound on recording. I hate the sound of my voice.
I do too, but I've thoroughly enjoyed listening to them again.
Really?
Because when you're making them, it's happening. But whenever you get to listen to them, like it happened, and you get to kind of take it in, and then you almost like rehear the things that were in and out of your mind, or especially if I have like an agenda, I'm trying to get somewhere and something said, it slips. It's pretty funny, man. I like it. And some things I'll be like, almost like learn it again by keep putting it in my mind. It's
the only
fun.
thing about like sometimes when I watch them is like something I'll be like a point I'll be trying to get across. I'll know where I was going with that, but it's like I don't ever finish it. And
you don't ever land the plane.
Come on, like
you're trying to get there, and it's like I'm circling.
Yeah,
we're circling.
The landing gear is down, but
it's hard to actually land the plane.
There's a coyote looking at you in binoculars.
Yeah,
there's a deer on the runway.
Squirrel.
Well, man, I appreciate you guys having me out here. This is an historic place. It's a place that it's a dying breed among most people that grew up doing something like this. Maybe not to this extent, but it's nice to be able to come back here, kind of back to that grassroots system, and just hang out with people that are here for a common reason. Nobody's here after the biggest buck or the most deer. They're just looking for some good times and memories, and that's what we are trying to do. That's what we like about what we do is the memories and the camaraderie.
One final point about deer camp and like what you're talking about with what we're trying to accomplish. Like we've talked about it before. The older we get, the more we appreciate. Like, we like our bow hunting. That's like sacred. But then like gun season becomes that time where we're here at deer camp with everybody else who's maybe only hunting during gun season. Yeah. But that camaraderie that you build at camp, and everybody, it's more laid back, and then
kind of kick your shoes off.
It just especially here, the comfort level of being raised and being able to be more relaxed. But like, I had a blast this year. Like I said, it's the first year that I've stayed for an entire week here,
and I've never even seen an altercation here. You talk about 100 people here drinking beer and out of their minds and talking about deer hunting and stuff. Gets very heated. I've never seen an altercation here. I've been coming here for 4 or 5 years now.
Very rarely, I guess. Maybe in the past.
And if there is, it gets shut down pretty quick. I mean, it's not a. I've never seen nothing escalate.
It's not to be tolerated. It's not the place for it. That's not what we're here for.
Yeah, no.
That's not the vibe.
Defeats the purpose.
Yeah. But my big thing about also was this year I got to bring Addie with me, my daughter, and I'm getting her into hunting, and she loves it, which I love. Great. Because she'd never been until me and Tori got together, and then we started, and she really saw how much I love to go hunting, so she wanted to start doing it. And I was like, I want to, dude, take a kid hunting. If you get that opportunity, don't pass it up. It's like the best feeling. When I took her out for her first youth hunt and she shot her first buck, nice 8-pointer, by the way. Yeah. Like, I would have been freaking out because it took me years before I killed my first buck. Dude. She goes, in her first year, she's tagged out by 8 o'clock in the morning.
This is easy.
Youth opening day of youth season, she's tagged out by 8 o'clock in the morning, 25-yard shot. He walks right in front of our blind, and she doesn't even really like go berserk like I thought she would. She doesn't freak out. It didn't hit her. Now then, like the next year she shot one. The next time she got like jacked up. And this year, both of her deer that she shot, she got super jacked up. And like that just gets me like, oh man, it's just the best feeling.
That's one thing we crave all year long is it's our fix. Yeah, it's our drug.
But it's like, I still get that feeling when I shoot deer. Like I got the 10-pointer that I shot this year. Like I was all nervous. She got the buck fever, got the shakes and stuff, and I haven't had that in a while. Yeah. But that's what we do it for. That's the feeling. But like, when you get to take a kid and see them experience that, and you remember, like, I remember when I was their age and I got that feeling. Yeah. And it's just, but you're passing it on to the next generation too. And that's the thing. These places will never continue to be a thing if you don't pass it on to the next generation.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Deer camps are dying out because people are getting older or whatever. And if you don't pass it on, like that deer camp setting or whatever, that's just it'll die out if you don't keep it going. So,
and here's another thing too that kind of add to that. Like, nowadays you've got like shows like the Hunting Public, which I love.
Very good show.
All this stuff, and like
I like that. I like that Warb takes his stepson though, and his like that kid.
Well, you can relate
watching
to that.
Miles hunt is like those are some of their like best videos.
You can definitely relate coming into an already I don't know how you say it, like a spouse with kids, and getting to take them under your wing, and it's a bonding that you could never recreate with any other subject. Yeah, and deer hunting will do that to you.
Oh yeah, man.
But like like what I was saying though is like, you know, you get so caught up on like killing big bucks. Like that's your, like the internet, you want to post it on social media so you can be this and that, but don't miss out on those deer camp moments.
Natty.
You know, like moments like these right here where you just like, I mean, I don't care if I kill a buck or a doe. I just like to kill a deer right now. And like those are like some of the most precious memories for me. Yeah. It's like when I just, you know, drop my guard and I'm like, I don't care if I kill a big buck or not. Like I'm going out there and I'm gonna hunt. I'm gonna have fun with my buddies. That's my goal.
Dude, I was so excited to come in the day with that deer. Just be like, exactly. I know that
that's like, cool. Like
I'm gonna come in. We're like, we got food for the night.
Exactly.
You know,
we got camp meat.
And it's big enough dough. I've got some left over. You know,
it's not. There's like
that's a win-win.
It's not a judgment deal of like, oh Scott, you shot a doe. Get out of here, dude. It's like, no, you brought a deer back to camp. We're like, we're excited for it.
I showed you some footage, and I was excited, and we're here doing our thing.
Well, I saw it on your snaps. When we got up to the top of the hill, got service. I saw your snap story, and I showed Dustin. Immediately, I was like, dude, look what Scott did tonight. And then I'm texting him, bring her to camp so we can eat her.
I'm already here.
And he's like, I'm here already, yeah.
And that's like another joy of deer camp to me is like even just like, you know, you're sitting up in the stand, and you ain't seen nothing, and then all of a sudden your buddy texts you and it's like, dude, I just smoked one.
Got one down,
that gets you warm inside, man. It's like,
because it's like, yes, somebody in camp had success. I get to help drag them out. You know, like that's. And I'm
always hoping that even if it's not me, if somebody in camp, that was really cool seeing this year too. Like I said, I've never been here to this camp. I've come up here several times and hunted, and then like I've spent the year before, I think I spent like a few days here, but not the entire gun. This last year, I said I was here from opening day of gun season all the way till the second Sunday, and then I went home. But it was like my first time doing that, and so being up here every day and seeing when somebody would bring a deer back to camp, it's like everybody at camp. Like when they come back, they wait around the fire, and everybody's sitting there waiting
over the ledge. Like, who's got one?
They're waiting to see when a vehicle backs up to the deer hanger right there.
I miss check stations.
You back up to the deer. Yes, you know I've said that.
I miss check stations.
You have to take your deer to the gas station and go to the check station, and everybody was telling stories, and you got to keep your little plastic rings, which I wish they'd have those because that was the coolest deal. Yeah. There's a whole whole antler full of plastic rings that we used to get. That how you tagged your deer. I miss those. I wish they'd at least give us like the sticky ones, like some other states do, where you just like put it on the antler.
Yeah, dude, I liked having on there. Like when I put it on there, when it went to printables, then it's like, man, and like this, I gotta tape this thing so it doesn't get wet.
It's an app.
Yeah, now it's all an app. Today I'm sitting there, I got that doe, and I put it in the tracker. I'm like, I better tag it, you know, and notch it. Do you want to tag it? Yeah, I'm gonna telecheck that joker. You know,
I'm gonna do it now. It's convenient, but it took away from that aspect of like the deer camp setting, or everybody just come together to share in what you love doing, and like just swapping stories and like, oh, look at that one, look what you get. Look at the back of this guy's truck, you know. That was cool, like taking your deer into the check station and stuff. That was a good time.
See, I never got to experience that because that was before my time of hunting.
Yeah, you came into hunting after it was already gone. Like I started really hunting, I think the first youth season, or first time I went during a youth season with my dad. He took me, I was 11 years old. That was when I killed my first deer. Was when I was 11.
Yeah, and I can't say
I had gone with Dad when I was a kid. I just go sit with him.
Yeah,
but I wasn't actually hunting. And then that year, when I was 11, that was whenever I killed my first deer.
I don't remember when I think I started. Maybe when I was.
So that would have been 2001 for me.
Yeah.
So that was when I killed my first one, and that was I was in love, been in love with it ever since.
Yeah.
Because I grew up because Dad was hunting, and he would let me go. Like I remember going and sitting with him turkey hunting, and I just wanted to be out there, just to sit by him and watch him hunt, and it was like, be still and be quiet. He said something like that's the hardest thing. He probably knew that day. He's like, I'm probably not gonna have much luck because I got my boy with me, but he was probably looking at it now from a different lens. Like as I'm taking Addie with me, it's like sometimes she has problems sitting still or staying focused when you're sitting and it's a slow day, and she's like, all right, I gotta start carving on this tree or something. Like give me something to do. She gets bored, but I'm just like, that might scare something off, but I'm like, she's a kid. Like her attention span, let her be a kid, you know. And I'm like, I don't get too worried about it. It's like we can still see deer. We'll still, can salvage the hunt or whatever. But that was kind of cool because this year her boredom turned into like a really cool moment for us because I still got it on my phone. I mean, you probably saw it on the post, but when we're sitting there in the creek bottom, and I give her my knife and my pocket knife, and she starts carving on this tree in front of us. And it's like this little, and she starts put her initials on there. I was like, put both of our initials on there. And then she did this cool thing where she like free-handed carving antlers around the initials. And I gotta show you the picture. It's just so cool. And not 5 minutes after she finished making this carving.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
I don't think I saw that.
I put it on the
That's
Facebook
cool.
the
Did
Facebook
you?
post from gun season this year.
Okay.
But she did that while
that's cool.
we were just sitting there. She just took my pocket knife, but she freehanded those antlers, which I thought I could have done that. I'm not really an artist. But then she does this carving, and I was like, not even 5 minutes afterwards. She's already killed her buck for this year during gun season, and she had a doe tag still. All of a sudden, I look up doe out in the field by herself, and I was like, hey, there's doe right there. And like it showed up right after she finished that carving, and I was like, she's like, I was like, let's go kill this deer. And we snuck across the creek, and she got up there like 120-yard shot or something. She dropped, just smoked her, and she's, whoa! She gets all fired up. That's her first doe. Ever.
Got a handful of bucks and no does yet. That's not a bad thing.
I think like fifth deer she's ever killed, and it was her first doe.
She finally got doe fever.
How does that make you feel about this year?
them two been stacking them.
We were kind of the envy of deer camp this year.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, they were the deer killers. Every time they'd go off, they'd be like, "Oh,
something
Logan
about,
or
something about
Addie
the
gonna
Foust
get it."
crew."
No, it was. You guys were killing a bunch of deer.
We had a good year. We really
Which
did.
was deserved. You had some dry seasons, hadn't you?
Oh yeah, I've had several dry years, and I killed my best buck that I've gotten in a while. My baby giant, I would call him. We scored him at work the other day.
Yeah.
Baby Jack.
Yeah, he was 116 inches, 10 pointers, and 2.5-year-old deer.
Let it eat, baby.
No, I'm glad I got that deer because that whole story behind him too was how it ended up being not a very good shot. My shot dropped low, and I wounded him, and I had to go back the next. I hate that he laid there all night hurt, but I went back the next morning and was able to find him and finish him off. Though,
That's
so
good.
That was
That's
good.
good.
Yeah, but that was, and that same deer we'd seen a few days before, and I tried to get Addie to shoot him, but he was too far away, and it was getting dark, and it was one of those moments of like, some people, she was nervous, so she wasn't confident in taking the shot and everything. And I was like, it's those teaching moments of that I'm not just passing on a love for hunting, but I'm trying to like pass on the right stuff, the right way to do things for her. And I'm trying to like teach her, like, I was like, hey, you didn't feel confident about the shot. I wouldn't have felt confident about taking that shot. She had never shot that gun before. The distance was too far. The light, he was moving around because he was dogging this doe.
Better than that than
too many circumstances where it could have gone wrong. And I was like, if you don't feel 100% about that, don't take it. Yeah. Just don't take that shot.
And that's a good lesson in life right there too. Like to understand that whenever your comfort zone's just out too much and just you can't not take it.
Yeah,
it's not worth. It would have been easy to let her say, just start shooting, just bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, just fire away.
When I was a kid, man, if I saw brown, I went to Pound Town. I went to spraying bullets, dude. And I'm like, God, I couldn't hit nothing. Then I finally got to
bolt
where
action, so it wouldn't have been like spraying, but
probably what I should have been given. Because I used to use a lever action 30-30.
Oh yeah,
just ka-boom, ka-boom, ka-boom.
Yeah, you could rack them off.
Yeah, dude. And this gun was always spot on. I just couldn't hit shit. And when I finally did, my first deer was a good buck.
Mm-hmm.
A good buck. And I shot twice. I missed the first time. Second time I hit it, and after that, I never was like I got to kill a bigger one or anything. I was killing whatever I seen brown and down, But like we talked earlier about, like the Leroy's is kind of like the rite of passage, in a way like that. What happened there? I think our battery went dead.
Or it's dying.
Check it real quick. We'll shut her down. If we have to, I'll just do the last bit on this. But I just saw it flashed.
Stop recording, low battery.
So,
okay.
It's still recording, ain't it?
I don't know. We'll close her up though. We'll just finish this route last off. If you're hearing this, our camera went down. We're gonna close it up. It's actually it's early now. I still got to quarter up a doe. But guys, thanks for doing this. Thanks for being a part of it. Thanks for helping support the dream. And,
Thanks for coming up. Thanks for bringing us some deer meat.
Absolutely, man.
And thanks for having me on. I've
enjoyed
thinking
it.
about it for a while. I've been watching and enjoying the videos. I'm like, man, I gotta get on there. If we're just gonna sit there and talk, like that's all we gotta do.
No, you done I think you just fit right in, man. It was fun, and we will definitely do it again. We've got some up and coming things in the books. Some bigger names coming in that puts us to shame.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, believe it or
Snoop
not,
Dogg.
he's on his way next Tuesday. So stick with us. Please leave some feedback. If you're on Spotify, go on there, give us a follow. If you can, accidentally click five stars. Even if you don't like us and you're not even a hunter or you hate what you say, just be like, you know what? They tried. They deserve 5 stars. That'll help us get the algorithm and get our numbers up. If you go on YouTube, go on to Rack Attack Outdoors. Like and subscribe to Rack Attack. We're getting ready to go to Texas here pretty damn quick. It's going to be a really exciting thing. I got to finish up that book for last
ready to
year.
See those videos again.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Good times down
Texas, man, is a lot of fun. We're going to get Jeff on there to get a podcast with him.
I'd like to go down there one of these years in the future.
That's what I'll say. Tua's going to maybe try to go next year. It'd be awesome if we can get you to go down. Dude, it is a lot of fun. Man, it's my favorite trip of the year. I've never left there and be like, man, I wish I didn't go down there. Yeah. You know, it is so much fun. So with that, guys, we appreciate you all for listening. I know season's winding down, but happy hunting. Get out there and fling some arrows. We'll see y'all next time.
Stay wild.
Stay wild.
Stay wild. Oh, right in the nuts. Perfect timing.
Right in the nuts.